see good handwork by Schrader in trying to get away to the inside from James Trapp. You saw him with the left and then the right hand to create a little separation for the inside release.
But how much open was Schrader? Again, just a little area. First down to 48, the draw play, and this is Green, 50. He fumbles the ball, and here come the Ravens, and they've got it. Corey Harris falls on it.
He could get up and run with it if he wanted to.
At the 37-yard line of Baltimore, Dwayne Starks, the cornerback, made the hit at only 170 pounds, forcing the fumble.
Well, it's why Mike Holmgren in Seattle thought that Amon Green was just a project that he wasn't willing to wait for. The talent is there, but as he has done with some regularity during his career, at inopportune times, he'll put the ball on the carpet.
Their first possession. Hit in the backfield, and down goes Terry Allen. Bernardo Harris.
Running backs know to shift the football away from pursuit from your tacklers. Amon Green is a guy who keeps the ball in his left arm. He's not comfortable with it over on the right. And when you leave it in your left and the pursuit is coming from the left, that's where you're going to take a blow. Right here, that ball should be in his right arm, not his left. And a good hit jars it loose.
Loss of a half yard on first down. Gerback to Allen. He loses another half yard. Nate Wayne, the fourth-year linebacker from Mississippi. And Gilbert Brown, the slimmed-down version of Big Gilbert. Elvis Gerback out of the University of Michigan, the quarterback. They call him the principal because of his bookish looks and fashion design. 5 touchdown passes. He hit a long one to Ismail last week in the victory against Tennessee. Femi Ayanbadejo at fullback on 3rd and long. Gerback, plenty of time, fires complete. And in the open is Ismail. 30, 25, still going inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Great protection for Gerback. And finally, Bao Ju, backup defensive back, makes the tackle.
Well, a whole lot of room in the middle of the Green Bay zone as you see the break to the inside by Ismail. And now it's just overrunning the play. Great speed here, but again, there's an overrun right there by Tyrone Williams. Here comes a missed tackle by Ju, but he gets back in it enough after Leroy Butler comes to clean it up. But a big play for Baltimore.
47 yards. Gerback in the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Travis Taylor. The last 2 receivers have been all alone, and Taylor has his second touchdown grab of the season. And Brian Billick's Ravens come out and show you this is a team this year that is vastly improved offensively.
Boy, and how quickly Green Bay is made to pay. And you see right at the top, the corner falls down. Mike McKenzie working one-on-one against Travis Taylor. He tries to get a jam on Taylor at the line of scrimmage, but Taylor, a very physical, tough, strong receiver. McKenzie loses his footing, and that's as easy as it gets.
Stover adds the extra point. A long 47-yarder to Ismail, and the payoff, 18 yards. Gerback to Travis Taylor.
Look at this workmanship. Could make a lot.
Be forever grateful to Mr. Glenn. 4 wides on 2nd and 9.
Of course, Jerry back in our studios in New York right now is going, I didn't make that trade. I didn't make that trade. That was Ken Herrick. That wasn't me.
Well, there's that hard count, and the Ravens offside again. Billick barking at the official on the sideline. It was interesting last night after talking.
Encroachment, 90. Defense, 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Burnett for the second time, but he had the whole front 4 charging offside with him.
Well, he's complaining that it was an over-exaggerated hard count by Brett Favre, that with the head bob and everything else, that he drew them offsides. It's a fine line a quarterback walks when you do your voice inflection, and you're not supposed to have any movement, but they all do.
On 2nd and 4, Green gets outside. But look at the reaction of Starks to come up, and then Green with a nice twisting move may have the first down. Starks had him for no gain.
Well, Starks came up and was going to put a shoulder on Green, but he didn't wrap up. And that is an uncharacteristic bad tackle by a member of this Baltimore defense. Watch from the right. Number 22, Dwayne Starks, is going to come up right there. But he thinks he's going to knock Amon Green out of bounds. He doesn't wrap him up. And Green, with more power than people think, kept driving for the first.
Green at 6 feet and 217 pounds. His 4th season played at Nebraska. First down at the 41. Green again. Right into the arms of Tony Siragusa. One of the keys to this terrific Raven defense. Adams and Siragusa, 2 men that average 335 pounds or more in the middle.
Depending on lunch. And they rotate in and out. When they've done their job, stop the run, they go to 2nd and long. There go Adams and Siragusa over to the sideline. These 2 guys almost expend more energy running in and out of the game than they do actually playing the game.
They come in with an extra defensive back and Lionel Dalton, number 91. So a 3-man front. Carnell Lake comes in as an added defender in the secondary. On 2nd down the middle to Freeman, incomplete. And he knew he was going to get hit. Corey Harris right there. Fans are on Freeman here in Green Bay, Dan, and you can fill in the gap on that one.
Yes, they are. Antonio Freeman, one of the highest paid receivers in the National Football League, has the ball put pretty much on his hands by Brett Favre. Yes, you're going to get it either way. The safety and a 2 deep is what the Ravens were playing that time. You know he's going to deliver the hit. And you're right, the crowd, Antonio Freeman, his get-out-of-jail-free cards, his free passes, whatever you want to call them, are all gone here in Green Bay. It's kind of a fractured relationship, but Green Bay needs Freeman to get back into their offensive flow. Brett Favre needs him to be a weapon.
Has only 9 catches this year for 80 yards. Out of the backfield to Dorsey Levens. And Levens breaks a tackle, struggles across the 45, but he'll be 4 yards shy of a first down. Rod Woodson. Brian Billick said this veteran of 15 NFL years is playing as well as ever.
Well, 9 times Rod's gone to the Pro Bowl. He's only gone at 3 different positions. How's that for versatility? Corner, safety. Even went to the Pro Bowl one time as a kick returner.
Another part of this Baltimore.
With the shoulder and not as tentative. That's where he's at his best. He scrambles around. He finds Justin McCareins in a hole downfield. And Justin McCareins, a guy who they thought could come in and make some plays, has proven the coach is right.
And he was open, and McNair found him on the run. So first down at the 27-yard line. For the Titans, here is Eddie George trying to go wide left and will lose a couple on the play. And right now for a game break, let's check in with James Brown in Los Angeles. JB?
Hey, Dick, take a look at the Giants on their opening drive. A 6-play, 80-yard drive capped by that 4-yard run by Ron Dayne. Key play, 42-yard pass play to Amani Toomer. It's the Giants on top of the Rams, 7-3 in St. Louis. Back to Dick, Troy, and Darryl.
Well, they don't have a Tiki Barber, so they have to rely on Ron Dayne in this one.
Well, and I don't think 7 will win that for. They're going to have to score more points than that, don't you think?
Maybe 35. 2nd down and 11 on the 29, and there's a good play action situation in McNair throwing it away. He was going for Dyson at the 10-yard line. And Simeon Rice putting some pressure on.
You talk about Warren Sapp.
Dejo hit hard, and Hunt, who returns from a NFL suspension of 4 games, has the recovery.
Well, Ian Badejo working as the lone setback. You see him initially cover the ball up with 2 hands, but then when he has to make a move and go to the air, right there he goes up and right with the helmet and the shoulder pad right on the football. You see him trying to get around the block of Travis Taylor. But wow, now we'll see if Green Bay can capitalize. 7 points for Baltimore on the GB turnover. Can they equal?
Favre. He threads that that one in there at the 49. He had to sneak that one to Freeman in a crack of about 6 inches. Jamie Sharper with a tackle at the 49.
And here, listen to the crowd now. Do they like football? They're encouraging Freeman. They're cheering the fact that Freeman caught this ball. Hard to be covered much better than Jamie Sharper is on Freeman right there. Actually, that's 45 Poirier. It's not 55 Sharper. But again, Brett Favre is having to put it right in there.
Green toppled for no gain at the 49 as Corey Harris came up from safety to make the tackle. He's replaced Kim Herring at that safety spot, and a veteran of 10 years out of Vanderbilt.
You know, so far, Dick, Brett's got to be saying to himself, I don't have much margin for error here. If I'm going to complete a pass, I'm going to have to put it into a shoebox-sized area, and anything outside of that, I'm running the risk of big trouble.
And typical of this Raven defense, they just put up the sign, you are not going to run against us. 3rd and 2. Schrader in motion to the inside. Favre to Schrader. And a first down at the 37-yard line. Ray Lewis ran him out.
Well, that time Bill Schrader just runs a very shallow crossing pattern. He starts in motion. Watch him. He's going to start in motion. He's only running about a 2-yard deep pattern. But the fact is, this is the fastest guy in a Green Bay uniform. No way that Ray Lewis is going to catch up. And you catch him between the middle and the outside zone. Well-conceived play.
Last week against Tampa Bay, this 67-yard gallop as he split the zones and scored the first Packer touchdown against the Buccaneers. He's caught one in each of the first 4 games. Touchdown. Freeman in motion. The throw to Schrader again. Taken down at the 32-yard line by James Trapp. We invite you to log on to NFL.com and read what Vinny Testaverde, Junior Seau, Kerry Collins, and other NFL stars have to say in their own words. It's only at NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com.
Dick, it is such a joy to watch the evolution of Bill Schrader from a track guy into a complete NFL receiver. This guy has developed outstanding hands. That was a great catch he just made.
2nd down and 5. Off play action. Favre has to hurry and gets it in there. Complete to Freeman. Chris McAllister bumps him out of bounds at the 13-yard line, and Tony Siragusa was all over Favre as he threw.
Well, that's got to be a frightening sight for Brett Favre to see big 98 coming through the line of scrimmage. The difference here is that he just knocks him down rather than what he did to Rich Gannon in the AFC Championship game last year, where he flopped on top of him. Brett was spared the he was spared the high dive off the top rope. It's okay to get knocked down by Tony, but you don't want the double dip of having him land on you as well.
You don't want that big splash when he hits the water. No. First down at the 13. Favre, quick hitter to Freeman. He's to the 5. Tackled by Rod Woodson. Gain of nearly 9.
Under control patterns, being very patient, what you have to do against this Ravens defense. But you know you're going to get hit. You've got to catch the football, put it away. Everybody for Baltimore is a sure tackler, and this is a good-looking drive at a most opportune time for Green Bay.
Buttons Freeman now has 3 catches for 35 yards in this first quarter. Ball spotted at the 5, so it's 2nd and 2. Green. He fights to get one. And finally, Lewis and others get him to the green.
I know you're in a spot where you'd like to pound it in against Marvin Lewis's defense, but when they've got Adams and Siragusa out on the field at the same time, running between the tackles is almost a lost cause. I would actually be tempted to throw the football on almost every first down, Dick, because they're not good pass rushers. You really have taken 2 guys in Adams and Siragusa and really reduced them really from getting to your quarterback. I know you saw Siragusa pressure, but that's kind of rare.
3rd and 1. Green going wide. Cuts back. Oh, is he drilled, and he hangs onto the ball. Has the first down. Peter Boulware came up to smack him solidly. Green, however, on his feet with a 1st and goal.
Well, Brett Favre carries out the fake and throwing the football, but folks, that is being repelled from the goal line.
And with that dramatic hit, the first quarter comes to an end with the Green Bay Packers 2 yards away from a tie. It's 7-0 Baltimore. We'll return to Lambeau.
Derek can cover everybody for that long.
Ryan Longwell adds the extra point, and this game is even at 7 as Franks has his 4th touchdown pass of the season from number 4, Brett Favre. Catches, and Brett Favre told us, Dan, how much he loves the tight end and how he'd like to have more of the 2 tight end set.
Well, Brett Favre longs for the days when Mark Chmura was his go-to guy in this Green Bay offense, and Bubba Frank's on his way, hopefully, to filling that role.
Jermaine Lewis has it skipped through the wickets, and the Ravens will start at the 20-yard line. We're early in the second quarter. Green Bay 7, Baltimore 7. Well, return to Lambeau. Roy Freeman with 3 big catches as Allen runs out of room. Bernardo Harris got him out of bounds. And Jim Nantz has a report for us in New York.
All right, thank you, Dick. You know, about a month ago, the Cleveland Browns were shopping around the league wide receiver Kevin Johnson. He caught the game winner last week, and now he hauls in Tim Couch's 30-yarder. 7-3 Browns over the Bengals at the start of the second quarter. Back to Dick and Dan.
Well, another great football venue, Jim Nantz, Cleveland, and they are excited about these young Browns.
Well, it's been a long time since Cincinnati and Cleveland have played where both of them have winning records like this.
Number 94, Bacha Biamilla, the man with 9 sacks in the game for the first time, and pressure on, and Gerback trying to dump it away, incomplete, and out comes the punting team for Baltimore. Oh, these fans are loving it. It's 7-all here in Green Bay.
And that's an outstanding 3 and out by this Green Bay defense. Baltimore didn't have good field position. They weren't allowed to move the ball by the Packers. And now Brett Favre, barring some unbelievable punt, is going to set up shop in really good field position.
With Allen Rossum injured, that is Antonio Freeman back as Kyle Richardson delivers a dying spiral. Freeman fair catch at the Green Bay 42. So the Packers, excellent field position when we return to Lambeau Field. Well, every week we show you parents of players. How good is this? Mom and Dad Sharper, they got 2 kids in this game. Pauline and Harry Sharper.
The bad news for them is that they're playing on different teams.
Fake to Green, and the long throw for Schrader. Tried to make a one-handed catch. He was being pinned, and the interference flag goes down against Chris McAllister.
No doubt about it. Schrader was in a position to make that catch, and it looked like McAllister got in early.
It'll be a first down at the Raven 31.
21 defense. Automatic first down.
Well, this is a beautifully designed play with the play action and everything going to the right side. It freezes the middle of the field, so McAllister has no help back to the inside. Woodson late coming over, and you see him reach in, McAllister, and pulls away the right arm of Bill Schrader before the ball arrives. And right now, Dick, what's really important for Green Bay, they have confidence. They're moving the ball against the unmovable.
And they move it again. Freeman with a catch over the middle, a tough catch, and a gain of about 10 more.
This is a defensive team that strips offenses of confidence. They continually shut you down, they out-hit you, they punish you, and right now the Green Bay Packers are moving the football against the Ravens, and oh, how they must feel good about themselves. So important.
And they're moving it, throwing to wide receivers. The Ravens allowed only 1 pass completed to a wide receiver against Tennessee a week ago. 8 already completed to wide receivers Green Bay today. Ahman Green straightened and pushed back after a pickup of 1 yard. Rob Burnett was there first. Second down and 9 for Green Bay, and there are the Sharpers. One son goes to William and Mary, the other the University of Virginia. He played some good ball at Virginia State. He was a little All-America tight end.
Jamie, the older of the two, 11 months older than Darren. He got drafted higher than Darren. He's won a Super Bowl. Darren has not. Darren, unfortunately, came to Green Bay the year after the Packers won their championship. So,
but he went to the Pro Bowl last year. Darren did.
He's trying to even it out.
2nd and 9, little screen, and Levin's wrapped up. How beautifully read was that by Michael McCrary, number 99.
Well, the thing about Michael McCrary, you know, everybody in the league knows what a hard worker he is. There may not be a better grinder in the league than Michael McCrary. Inside, sees nothing there, stays alive. You know, that's not his responsibility to pick up a back like that. But you know something, Dick? As a defensive end last year, he was the second leading tackler on this Baltimore defense. Now, that is almost always a safety or a linebacker that fills that role. For a defensive end to do that tells you how active this guy is.
The word they use often, relentless, Michael McCrary. Now, Barr. What a lofted pass to Levins. Did he balloon that one in down to close to the 16-yard line? It'll be short of a first down, so the field goal unit comes in.
Well, he got away from Lionel Dalton, who was trying to hold him. Watch Levins here as he tries to release out of the backfield. He's going to get grabbed in here. Right there, he tries to get him, but 91, Lionel Dalton can't pull him in. And again, we'll see if Green Bay can capitalize on the end of a good drive.
So here's Longwell's 33-yard field goal attempt down the center. And the Packers claim the lead here in the second quarter. Green Bay 10, Baltimore 7. 4 minutes.
Kavanaugh, the offensive coordinator, he was with Matt in San Francisco. He says I couldn't be in a better environment.
Give up the middle and a fumble, and let's see. Coughed it up. Now they're going to say he was down. The Packers are celebrating, but the official pointed to the ground as if to say his knee was down.
That's what that finger to the ground means.
Terry Allen, the veteran, hit as he tried the middle of the line, and you heard the cheer before the start of the play was because Gilbert Brown has returned, and he's a factor here. And Billy Lyon, 98, was the man stripping the ball free.
Let's take a good look at it. Not that it.
Oh, that's a fumble.
That's a fumble all the way.
And here comes the challenge. Mike Sherman throws the red flag.
But the reality of it, Dick, is that the whistle blew because they ruled him down by contact. This is not reviewable. I don't know that this is.
Phil Carollo explaining to Mike Sherman just that fact, apparently, as you
see the whistle blows by the official. The play is over. He rules him down. That's not reviewable.
Green Bay has challenged the ruling on the field. However, by rule, this is not a reviewable play. The play stands as called down by contact. Third down.
Unpopular in Green Bay, but when you stop and think about it, there's not much you can do about it. The ball out way before Terry Allen hits the ground. But the whistle is blowing as there's just no other way around it, folks. That's the old inadvertent whistle.
3rd and 7, a break for the Ravens. Gerback, they pick up the blitz. Intercepted. Up to grab it, Mike McKenzie, then he loses it.
And a flag down, Dick. There's a flag involving the play.
Incomplete pass is the call. And a flag down in the secondary of the Packers.
Looked like Mike McKenzie had it, then he lost it.
Boy, it was right in McKenzie's hands.
It's McKenzie and Travis Taylor. Oh, and this will be an automatic first down.
On 3rd and 7.
Holding, 21, defense. Before the pass was thrown, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Bao Ju, the rookie from Penn State, ticketed for the hold, and so the Ravens not only get a break on the fumble not called, the whistle blowing, the play dead, and now this at 3rd and 7.
This is Ju right here, number 21. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about that whatsoever. Shannon Sharpe trying to get away to the inside, and he just grabbed his right shoulder pad.
And now flag is
Many flags.
confusion here. Not enough players on the field, I think, for Green Bay. And then the Ravens tried the early snap, and everyone was amiss.
Encroachment, defense, nose guard, 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Look at the right side of your screen right now. He just walks across. Well, you like to speculate on what a guy's thinking. I dare not.
He must have thought he moved and he was going to prove his point, but it cost him 5. Baltimore 1st and 5 at their own 48, and Gerbach deep down the middle, wide open, incomplete. It was intended for Shannon Sharpe, and that's the play the Ravens and Gerbach loves, the fact the tight end can stretch the middle of the field.
And on first glance, it looked like Elvis just didn't get the ball far enough to Shannon Sharpe. Sharpe going right down from the slot position right there. He's just running straight down the field against Harris.
Harris might have gotten a piece of it.
He may have gotten a little. This angle might tell us. Oh, it hits him on the shoulder pad. The ball actually looked like it hit Bernardo Harris on the shoulder pad and then ricocheted away from Sharpe. Good defense by Bernardo, and he didn't know it.
2nd and 5. Terry Allen to the 50-yard line where it'll be 3rd and 3. Vonnie Holliday, 4th year out of North Carolina, with a stop. Tonight on the CBS Sunday Movie, they were TV's original survivors, but behind the scenes, Gilligan's Island was no paradise. Find out what went on when the cameras were off. Don't miss the world premiere movie Surviving Gilligan's Island tonight on CBS. On 3rd and 3, Gerbach almost right in the arms of Darren Sharper. He had a touchdown. He could taste that one. No one near him. Sharper, who has a couple interceptions this year, had 9 to lead the league last year.
A mother's horror. Oh, she can't believe it. Was that my boy? Darren Sharper will never in his life, as Stokely slips, have a more golden opportunity and a guaranteed 6 points than that.
Antonio Freeman back to return the punt of Kyle Richardson. Freeman lets it go. And that's Richardson's strength. He knows how to do that. Down between the 1 and 2 yard line. Richardson, who led the NFL 2 years ago, again last year. Trying to slip outside, able to pick up 3 yards. Anthony Mitchell from the secondary with the tackle. Bonnie?
Well, Dick, Darren Sharper's not just kicking himself because he missed a potential pick for a touchdown, but he and brother Jamie have a serious bet going. Whoever makes the biggest number of big plays has to take the whole family out to dinner. And Darren told me, I'm not just talking about immediate family. I'm talking aunts, uncles, cousins. They got 40 people who one of those two is going to be paying a big bill for dinner for.
All right, Bonnie, and there's going to be plenty of conversation, that's for certain. There's Jamie, the older brother, on the field, number 55. Green again. Twists away and makes a little out of nothing. Out to the 7-yard line, they'll spot it. Follow all the games on NFL.com. And after the games, folks, get in-depth analysis and recaps from the experts, including Phil Simms, only at NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com. 3rd down 5 for the Packers at their 7-yard line. What is Favre thinking now? Hands off to Green, and Michael McCrary, again, a big play, just doesn't let it go.
Well, 3 hammers as they try to pound away for a first down against the best run defense the NFL has seen in a long, long time. Surprisingly, to no one. Does not generate a first down. But again, I think maybe it's reflective of Mike Sherman and the confidence that he has in this defensive team of his. Ranked number 2 in the league, and he's obviously expressing faith in them to hold Baltimore.
Josh Bidwell, and it's a dying kick, not a good kick, and Jermaine Lewis watches it take a Baltimore bounce, still rolling, and finally out of bounds inside the Green Bay 30. Or let's see, they're going to mark it out at the 31. It touched the sideline. 22-yard punt from Josh Bidwell, his shortest of the season. A reminder coming up next. What an NFL doubleheader we have here for you on CBS. The Dolphins and the Jets for some of you, and it'll be the Broncos up in the Northwest against Mike Holmgren's Seattle Seahawks. Stay tuned for Game 2 here on CBS.
Well, talk about making it a short field.
From the 30, you're back to Allen for 3 before Mike McKenzie can help out on the corner. Terry Allen, who called Brian Billick after the Super Bowl win. He played a couple of years for Billick when Brian was the offensive coordinator with the Vikings, and congratulated him on his Super Bowl win. Turnabout is fair play. Billick then called Allen when Jamal Lewis went down in August with a knee injury.
He was in town the next day for a tryout, and within 48 hours was signed, sealed, and delivered.
Allen again. Veteran back, and he's still got some leg drive. He pushes the pile forward close to a first down. It'd be about a yard shy.
Now, Terry carried the ball 22 times last week, and Brian Billick telling us that he's got to be very judicious in how he handles Allen. He knows that he'll wear out as the year goes along at 33 years old. And so Jason Brookins and Mo Williams are guys that are going to get snaps. There's Brookins on the field now for the Ravens.
He's a good story, too. 6 feet, 235 from Little Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee, Division II, who is emerging as a power runner. He is averaging almost 5.5 a carry.
Well, Terry Allen certainly the most experienced guy, but at 11 years in this league, he knows what he's doing. But I think Brian Billick is being so smart in trying to say, look, I want Terry Allen to be productive in December. We're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to make another run at defending our championship, and Terry Allen is going to have to be my go-to guy in January, or as this year turns out, in February. So being very wise with his running back.
You saw the measurement. It's 3rd and a good half yard. And there's Brookins powering inside the 20 for the first down easily. Leroy Butler down low for the tackle. So 19-yard line for the first down, with the Packers leading 10-7, 3.5 minutes remaining in the half, and Terry Allen returns. Last week, Terry Allen over 100 yards in the victory against the Tennessee Titans.
And early in the ball game, he got in the end zone and just rolled from then on as they pummeled the Titans and made a real statement.
Gerback fumbles the ball. Green Bay doesn't have it yet.
Oh, they got to fall on it. Don't try to run with it.
They still scramble. And Packers have it, to the delight of the sellout. Santana Dotson, the defensive tackle from Baylor, forced the fumble.
Well, Santana Dotson working from the left defensive tackle position right in the middle. And Elvis has no chance to deliver the ball. And quite frankly, I think Elvis Gerback is hurt on the play. He stayed down on the ground for a while. He gets hit awfully awkwardly and looked completely unable to defend himself as he goes backwards. It didn't appear to me that that arm started forward, Dick. I think that was an awfully good call on the field.
John Theory finally scoops it in, the defensive end for the recovery, and Gerback trying to shake out some cobwebs as the Ravens denied a golden opportunity. They had it at the 19. The fumble recovered back out at the Green Bay 36. Yep.
Here comes the challenge.
Billick will challenge. These are always, I would think, about as tough a call. Is the arm going forward or not?
Yeah, well, that's what Brian is saying to Bill Carollo. I want you to look at it.
It's worth a shot, I would think, in this case. He might get it back at the 19.
Challenging the ruling on the field that it was a fumble. We'll review the play.
My initial look at it, I thought that it was a good call by Bill Carollo, the official. It's his call. So he's You know, he's going over to review his own call. Let's see. No, it never started forward. I don't believe it ever started forward.
It couldn't because Santana Dotson had his hand on his hand and wouldn't let it go forward.
So not only are you asking the referee to go over and reverse a call made by a member of his staff, you're asking him to go over and reverse his own call.
Check your own test.
I don't think that arm ever started moving forward.
Interesting. Carollo, the referee, not only reviewing his own call, but reviewing in his own state. He's from Milwaukee.
Oh, that's just what everybody in Baltimore
needs
wants
to know.
To hear. That'll really. Way to go, Dick.
Well, it's the facts are the facts.
They are that.
I could say he's from Baltimore if it'll make him happier.
Well, there's a guy from Cleveland. That's Elvis Grbac, and it looks like good news. He's over there looking at, walking around, looking at the photographs being sent down from up top. So, looks like he's okay. Good news. Man, you talk about going down hard with the inability to protect yourself in any way. From the right will come Santana Dotson. There he is, 71. And watch how Elvis, well, you talk about not, the good news is Dotson fell on the grass and not on top of Grbac.
The other good news is it was grass that Grbac landed on, not some hard artificial carpet.
Good point.
So Dotson, the veteran, makes the play, or did he? Here's the verdict from Mr. Carollo.
Well, this would be...
After reviewing the play stands as called. Fumble, recovery by Green Bay, timeout, Baltimore.
I'm surprised you didn't say, after reviewing the play, I made a heck of a call.
I imagine there is that temptation. They've encouraged referees to use the microphone more to help fans understand calls.
Really? Guess what, folks? I was right. Yeah, I was right.
Right again. So the second fumble forced by that Green Bay defense. And that also is a sack for Dotson, the 21st sack for Green Bay this year. They are the league leader. Empty backfield for Favre. 5 wide. He's going deep down the middle. Oh, what a catch! Donald Driver. Spectacular diving grass top grab away from Dwayne Starks.
And the Packers are going to try to hurry it up. Look at this throw. This thing's leaving a vapor trail. Well, we may get enough.
Too late.
Too late is right.
Levens, they aren't going to let Brian Billick think about a challenge. They run off the play. And Levens, even though it's short yardage, may have kept the ball in Green Bay's good position on the field. That would have been a reviewable play, that's for certain. And an injured Raven is James Trapp. Now, how would you call that? How would you call that one?
Well, the ball, under the new rules now, the ball is allowed to touch the ground if you have control of the ball. If you have the ball under your control, it can touch the field. I wouldn't mind glancing at that. My initial glance was that ball was between his arms and bounced off.
And the ground helped him to catch the ball.
That was my initial feeling too, Dick.
Trapp, the former Oakland Raider and a member of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team as a sprinter.
And how smart was it of the Packers and Brett Favre to sprint to the line of scrimmage? Yeah, he didn't catch that ball. That's not a real catch. Driver, I don't know that he was aided by the field, but a brilliant move by Brett Favre of screaming at his offensive team to get up there and run the ball before Brian Billick got word from the press box that it wasn't a catch. That heads-up play by number 4. Big-time heads-up play. And Brian knows I got bamboozled.
He's not liking that at all. Second down and 8. Dorsey Levens used as a slot here with the empty backfield. Goes underneath the driver again. This one was a catch at the 30, but not enough for the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 4, and we're at the 2-minute timeout in this opening half. Favre and the Packers. Brown Favre, 1 for a touchdown. 3rd and 4. Farr trying to add lift. Throws it up and out. Away from Corey Bradford. Or Dorsey Levens it was on the sidelines. Coming up on the Nextel Halftime Report, Jim, Mike, Randy, Jerry, all the scores, all the highlights, the latest NFL news, plus a CBS News Update, America on Guard. Out comes Ryan Longwell to try his second field goal. He hit earlier in this period from 33 yards. This is a 47-yard attempt. Doug Peterson to hold.
He was popping them from 53 during warm-ups.
And he slaps this one wide to the right, but a flag is down on the play.
Showing that there's a big difference between warm-ups and the regular game.
And the call is holding against the Ravens. No, now they're pointing holding against Green Bay. So the signal was the wrong direction.
Holding 88 on the kicking team. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a missed field goal. First down.
So the field goal is missed, and they take over at the line of scrimmage.
This is Bubba Franks right over here on the right wing. He's got to protect the inside and the outside. He kind of puts that right arm. I think that's the one that he got caught. I think it's Dwayne Starks who was trying to come off the corner, and Bubba reached out and winged him pretty good.
So Gerback and the Ravens come out of that with good field position at the 37-yard line with plenty of time. A minute 45. Ooh, hit, but Stokely stays on his feet and fights his way across the 45 to the 46 before Tyrone Williams can get him down. 2 timeouts left for the Ravens.
So Stokely, more than just a speed guy, showing a little ability to take a hit and keep going.
That's his dad, proud, a former coach. The throw is intercepted by Mike McKenzie, intended for Travis Taylor.
And I don't know what Elvis was looking at there, because Mike McKenzie could not have had any tighter or any better coverage on the play. Travis Taylor never gets more than 6 inches away from Mike McKenzie. I mean, McKenzie isn't even having to run hard to stay with Taylor. So I don't, it didn't look to me like Taylor was actually in a full-out sprint down the sideline. He was, looked to me more along for a little country jog than he was on a fly pattern down the sideline.
Third Baltimore turnover. Tyrone Williams' second interception of this young season.
Dick, it's not often you see a cornerback in coverage against that route have to feather it down to stay with a guy.
At the 26-yard line with 1:18 to go, flag down. Farr screen pass incomplete to Dorsey Levens. And the flag will stop the clock at 1:15. Green Bay with all 3 timeouts.
Defense, number 99, line up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Well, no timeout for the boys back at in New York. Coming up on the Nextel Halftime Report, Jim, Mike, and Randy and Jerry will bring you up to date on all the NFL news. First half of our doubleheader day here on CBS, plus a news update, America on Guard.
Now, Brett Favre has all 3 of his timeouts to work with here. He gets a free 5 yards there. Here comes the corner blitz.
On the flag. Somebody false start move by Green Bay, I believe.
Looked like Schrader flinched.
Prior to the snap, false start. 84, offense. 5-yard penalty.
Schrader, who's a local hero, went to Wisconsin lacrosse. He's the Sheboygan
Schrader's
streak.
right here in the slot. He sees the corner blitz. He sees it. And then look at the head go down. Yeah, nowhere to hide.
One of those may eyes.
That's where you look for the trap door and wish you could crawl in.
So the 5-yard taken back, and now on 1st and 10. The long throw by Favre for Bradford. He's got it. He's down by contact back at the 27, but what a throw, what a catch.
I don't think he was. I'm not sure he was down by contact.
Well, they're going to mark it. You're right. He caught it about the 27-yard line, It appeared he went down by contact. We'll see how the officials saw it.
You're right, Dick. They got guys in separate places on the field marking the spot. Just straight away running with Chris McAllister. Look at this throw from Brett Favre. And Corey Bradford, boy, now that's an all-star throw and an all-star catch. Look at that. And now they are saying he was down by contact back at the 27. So the officials, two different opinions. They have a conference, and they rule him down by contact back at the 27. Look at that.
You can't tell there on that shot. Chris McAllister beaten by a step, but what a magnificent throw by Brett Favre.
See, I don't think that he was. I don't think you rule that down by contact. I mean, he left his feet to go after the ball. I'm not sure McAllister ever touched him. Alertly, Bradford got back up and took off again.
So no challenge at this point. It's a first down.
Well, again, the whistle blows. If he's ruled down by contact, the play is over.
And the replay official can rule to review it, and perhaps that's what we're getting right now. They are going to look at it, we understand. Meanwhile, Favre has gone 15 for 19 in this opening half against the best defense in the league.
We'll review the ruling on the field that he was down by contact at the 27-yard line.
How do you review this? Again, I pose the question. If he's down by contact, that means the whistle blew at that point. What is Bill Carollo going to review? If he's down by contact, right there, the official right down here is blowing his whistle. Now, I don't see him blowing his whistle, but the concept is if he's down by contact, that means that the play ended right there.
Doesn't appear that there was contact by the Baltimore defender McAllister on those two replays.
They're going to have to say he was down by contact, but there was no whistle. I think he's going in to review it.
We're talking about another, 10, 12 yards if they allow the play to continue.
I've been wrong before. Am I missing something here?
Well, it's apparently the same situation we had earlier in the half where the fumble was clearly out of the hands of the Raven ball carrier, and yet the whistle stopped play.
I just don't know how you can have the official ruling on the field being down by contact without a whistle having blown. Now, obviously, Stokely gets up and continues
Bradford.
as if Bradford, Stokely, he plays for the Argentine. But, you know, obviously Corey Bradford gets up and runs with the ball as if he didn't hear a whistle. Rod Woodson comes in and ultimately makes the play on Bradford.
So, obviously, Woodson didn't hear a whistle or he wouldn't have made the tackle. And the chant, "Go Pack Go," from the 60,000 loyalists here at Lambeau.
I just don't know how Bill Carollo is going to explain his way out of this.
We can say that Green Bay can do no worse than where they are now. They have it with a great catch and throw. Favre to Bradford to the 27. Do they get even more if it's overruled?
After reviewing the play stands as called down by contact. There was not any indisputable evidence to overturn the call. First down.
Yeah, the angles were...
That's how you get out of it. That's how you get out of it.
I hope you never put on the robes and get up in the big chair and be a judge. You'd be tough.
No, there's just Dick. There's no other way. There's no other way around this.
Yeah.
He's ruled down by contact. There's no way you can give him forward progress after the play. The whistle had to have blown, or it was a bad ruling.
All right, back we go. 61 seconds to go. The handoff is to Green, and he doesn't get anything at all as Rob Burnett, the veteran defensive end, makes the stop. Clock running at 50 seconds. The Packers have 2 timeouts and a 10-7 lead. Favre fires. Whoa, what a catch by Freeman as he is drilled by Trapp from one side and Sharper from the other. Timeout.
Let him back in, folks. Let him back in.
CBS Tonight. Don't miss Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss in the new hit show critics are calling intelligent, one of TV's true quality dramas, The Education of Max Bickford. Then,
just sit right back and you see a tale of a classic show, and all the stuff behind the scenes that few people know. The scandals, views, and power plays, all will be revealed about Gilligan, and the rest is surviving Gilligan's Isle tonight on CBS.
Hard to throw the football with more accuracy than Brett Favre has been throwing it to this point. Antonio Freeman just knows he's going to get sandwiched. He's caught right between Sharper and Trapp. And he is doing his darndest to get back in the good graces here of the Lambeau faithful.
Season average 201 in the first half. Green Bay's moved the ball 217 yards. Freeman has 58 of them on 5 catches. 1 timeout left for the Packers. This is Ahman Green into the 8-yard line. And clock runs 22. They got to hurry and try to down the ball here, save themselves some time.
Well, they need that timeout for the field goal.
Just tells Green, go out for a pass. Fires into the end zone, incomplete to Schrader with 8 seconds left. Good coverage from Carnell Lake and Corey Harris, the 2 safeties.
Well, with 8 seconds, here's a good call now. Do you have time to try to get it into the end zone one more time? You still got the timeout.
Meanwhile, Schrader, he was hit hard on that play by Harris. He comes limping off.
He is hobbling as he's made his way to the Green Bay bench. So Mike Sherman is going to go for it one more time. Well, now they're not. Brett Favre. Does he take? Yeah, Brett Favre takes the timeout now and heads to the Green Bay bench.
Doesn't have his top receiver Schrader on the field.
This is the year your team could go all the way. The 2001 season is just getting started. Support your team all season long with the Sideline Wedge Cap with team logo and 3D embroidered name. And long sleeve Moto Tee with team name and logo on the front and sleeve. Call now 1-866-NFL-GEAR to order your wedge cap and long sleeve Moto Tee direct from the NFL shop. If you want to get in the game, get the gear. That's 1-866-NFL-GEAR.
Painful pose of Bill Schrader there on the bench for the Green Bay Packers came limping off.
He got caught between Ray Lewis and Corey Harris in the end zone. This is him coming off the field as Schrader heads to the Green Bay bench, and he makes it to the bench and then just collapses in pain. They have to get him back up and get him over to the bench where he is now.
So it's 3rd down and 5 for a first down from the 8-yard line. 8 seconds left and 1 timeout for Green Bay. Favre. Roll, pump, throws, touchdown! Oh my! Antonio Freeman, and they're cheering Freeman now.
And we are watching the master at work.
Everybody go out for a pass. I'll find you if you're open.
Well, nobody from the Baltimore pass rush was able to find Brett Favre. You just can't give him 5 or 6 seconds to survey the field.
Longwell's try for a point. And Green Bay bumps its lead to 17-7. Ravens had not allowed a point in the second quarter this season. They've given up 17 today.
Again, it's the mobility of Brett Favre. There's Antonio in the slot. He works to the outside. Oh, a little bit of a push-off, but really not much. Dwayne Starks just fell down. There's always going to be contact in the end zone. Look at the pump fakes. Look at the movement. And when Starks goes down, that Antonio Freeman is wide open.
That drive starting, Dan, after the interception by McKenzie back at the Green Bay 26. 74 yards and 6 plays engineered by Mike Sherman's quarterback, the incomparable Brett Favre.
And Antonio Freeman getting away with contact in the end zone against Dwayne Starks. But you know what? That's what a veteran receiver is going to do.
Schrader, meanwhile, heading for the locker room as he limps away. And now this kickoff with 2 seconds left in the half. We'll see if Longwell gives it any serious foot. Back to Jermaine Lewis.
It's still dangerous when he's
slips down. A lot of rain this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the turf a bit soggy in spots. Antonio Freeman booed in the warm-ups. They cheer him off the field as he's had a big half, but no one played better on the field than the one that Brian Billick warned about, and that's number 4, Brett Favre. The Ravens indeed played against a great quarterback this first half.
Beware of the Farvian one.
He was all of Farvian in the first 30 minutes. Bonnie?
Well, Dick, Brett Favre and his receivers, nothing short of outstanding the first half. Mike, how has your passing game been so effective against the league's best defense?
Well, we're very fortunate. We're able to make plays. This is a great defensive football team we're playing today, so we got to come out in the second half, and we got to play better.
Thanks.
Sherman, a native of the Boston area. You heard that accent. And how pleased he would be with Favre. 18 for 23 as quarterback, nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdown passes, and a 17-7 lead over the reigning Super Bowl champions. Stay tuned for our halftime report.
Monday, a fender bender between friends. Who's going to foot the bill?
Sweet mama.
The King of Queens. Then what do you do when your child is a bully?
I don't know what to think.
Welcome to parenting. My name is Kim. I'll be your wife.
Yes, dear. Next, when Ray loses his wedding ring, the ladies take notice, especially his wife.
What are you doing? Helping you unpack.
Everybody loves Raymond, and Becker's buddy gets hitched to a woman he just met.
Love's not only blind, it's deaf and dumb.
All new comedy, CBS Monday.
Get set for The Amazing Race, Wednesday on CBS. It's all here.
This is art. As you can see, I like doing things my way. It's about personal expression. I like to express myself. I call her the sun goddess. I think that's what she looks like. You ever think of driving a turbocharged fire machine or burning love?
If you like doing things your way, Suncom's made it simple. Now with our Suncom Cities plan, you get a choice of unlimited nights and weekends, or unlimited incoming minutes for one low rate.
It's all about choices.
What could be simpler than that?
And this one's all mine.
Suncom, simply yours.
Ford drives America. And right now, Ford's making it easier for America to drive best-selling Ford trucks. Introducing 0% financing on all 2001 and 2002 trucks, including Ford F-150, Ranger, Super Crew, even Super Duty. Nothing beats 0%, and nothing beats the money you'll save on America's toughest trucks. See your local Ford dealer today for this limited time offer.
I'm Andy Wise. News Channel 3 is on your side.
This is an update from CBS News. America on guard. John Roberts reporting from CBS News World Headquarters in New York. Good day. The White House has just rejected a new offer from the Taliban to surrender Osama bin Laden to a third country for trial if the United States shows evidence of his guilt to the Taliban. And Attorney General John Ashcroft warns there may be September 11th terrorists still on the loose.
We have a couple hundred people, close to a couple hundred, that we have on a watch list that we are still seeking to find, to question, to be involved in one way or another, to interrogate.
Ashcroft says it's not yet clear whether terrorists are linked to the current anthrax incidents. Overnight anthrax scares aboard a plane near Washington and another in San Jose have turned out to be false alarms. In other headlines, new Allied airstrikes are reported north of Kabul, where Taliban forces face the rebel United Front. The Taliban claims 180 Afghan civilians have died in the air raids. No independent confirmation of that. Taliban leaders are also calling on the United Front rebels to switch sides and join them against the United States. And in Pakistan, at least one person is reported dead in demonstrations outside of an airbase where Americans are believed to be stationed. Stay with CBS News and this CBS station for all of the latest developments. I'm John Roberts, CBS News in New York. Good day.
CBS Thursday, you've got to watch, but what's inside this bag? Maybe even more than CSI can stomach. Human soup. An all-new CSI. Then, no other drama takes you inside the CIA like The Agency. He's targeting the city.
A report of an infectious agent alert. Anthrax.
Somebody with a Dixie cup and a plant.
Could kill thousands. I've informed the White House.
How they work and what they do is more intense than you ever imagined.
I've got the target.
An all-new Agency. CBS Thursdays, a night of TV you've got to watch.
Okay, guys, gather around.
This is Sam Adams of the Baltimore Ravens. Sam helps the United Way build stronger communities by participating in first aid training developed to help kids succeed. Sam knows the meaning of the word success.
Support his head. Apply gentle pressure. Check the pulse. And do not panic.
Panic?
And features.
Hey, listen, great job, fellas. Excellent job.
Every Sunday on NFL.com. And America Online keyword, NFL.com. For 36 years, NFL Films has brought you the best in football. Now, access NFL Films TV online at NFL.com.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
Hello, friends, and welcome to our NFL Today studios. Jim Nance in New York with the Nextel Halftime Report. Iron Mike along with Iron Randy and Iron Jerry. And how about the Ravens? They're down 10 here, even though they've got the first points of the game on that touchdown pass.
Brett Favre was putting on a little clinic, 18 for 23, 198 and 2 TDs. Wow. He's doing everything you can do right there.
Coach, how'd you get those stats?
I'm quick with stats.
Hey, that Ravens defense hadn't allowed a touchdown in 8 quarters. Now Favre just having it his way, and the Titans lead by that 17-7 score as McNair has rushed for one and passed for another. Cleveland and Cincinnati about to begin the third quarter. Browns winning the Battle of Ohio 7-3.
Yeah, here's a throw by Couch. But this is about all the offense they have. They have a total of 84 yards on offense, and Cincinnati's playing field position, making the long punts and making the long field. Browns hanging in there.
Browns looking for a 4th straight win. Pittsburgh at Kansas City. And how about this score? 12-2, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, Chad Scott just got himself an interception for a touchdown, but so far before this, it was all about Cordell Stewart running it. They're spinning them, they're hitting them, but Mike Mularkey has got Cordell Stewart involved, and thank goodness he's not involved. Right now, Cordell's out of the pocket, and instead of going with Jerome Bettis, who only has 24 yards, they've decided offensively our most important player is Cordell Stewart. Here's Chris Brown hitting a 42-yarder. He would tie the club record with a 55-yarder later on. But right now, this is a block punt. Josh Miller tries it. Michael Ricks blocks it. It's out of the end zone. That was 2 of the points.
And this was just moments ago.
This is that Chad Scott interception for a touchdown.
Oh, baby!
Right? I mean, Jerry, you're going to love that.
I love
Defensive
that.
back, 51 yards, right in front of the receiver, and no one breathes.
And that's like a 14-point turnaround when your defense can score.
Good man.
And let's not forget, it was a big issue this week in Kansas City after Green had been picked 4 times last week by Delta O'Neal of Denver, and Vermeil said he is not prone to throwing interceptions. Now he gives one back the other way. How about this? Doug Flutie is down 3 to New England. He's back home in Foxborough where he still maintains a home. Brady got sacked here, but he has done quite a job. Tomlinson on 3rd and goal, Jerry.
Well, watch the swarm in the gang tackle, and they're playing real good defense. Now, New England on offense only has 8 runs. They're throwing the football, and they throw it to the middle linebacker, Cox, who is playing fullback on short yardage.
Story here, though, is Terry Glenn's back today.
Empty backfield. Look at the time. Look at the time. This is New England. Good throw. Terry Glenn. Touchdown. Woo!
Oh boy.
Our first official who?
Yeah, first of the day. It took you a long time. The Giants are putting up quite an effort here. Ron Dayne really running the football. Falk has been held to 41 total yards. Wilkins 3 field goals. No touches for the Rams, but they lead. Atlanta over the 49ers. Maurice Smith, 45 yards on the ground and a touchdown. The Saints showing some seasoning today on the road. Brooks twice to Cam Cleveland for touchdown. Winning in the rain at Carolina. Anything but bland for New Orleans today. And Arizona down 7 to the Bears as James Allen has run for a touchdown for Chicago. And the Lions are down again. The hapless Lions have seen Culpepper rush it twice for touchdowns. A reminder, big doubleheader day on CBS. Most of you will be seeing Miami against the Jets. Others will watch Denver out west showdown against Seattle. Now, earlier on the NFL Today, we told you that FBI agents delayed the New Orleans Saints charter flight to Carolina yesterday until a box containing white powder was removed from the plane. To update you on the story, the substance was analyzed today and determined to be crushed salt. Thanks for being with us on the Nextel Halftime Report. Second half from Green Bay is coming up in just a moment here on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
It's the wildest Survivor yet. Don't miss an all-new episode. CBS Thursday.
This week on Jeopardy! Where will the new Clue Crew turn up next? Tune in all this week to find out. Today on News Channel 3.
Your automobile is a large investment. Get to know our Royal Paint service, only $179.95. Get to know Peach Auto Painting and Collision. It's a peach of a paint job.
I'm what you call a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, when you move, everything shakes.
I'm just saying I'm way too busy. I'm here, I'm there, I'm always moving. But Cricket lets me make calls and get calls all around town. With Cricket, I get all my local calls for just $29.95 a month. I don't waste my time with contracts or hassles, because I got more important things to do.
Yeah, right.
Well, maybe not right now.
Introducing Cricket, comfortable wireless.
When it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to Fleming's for a great start of savings. Like this Plush's Art of Perfect sleeper set, just $5.99 queen. Other pillow top sets start at just $3.88 queen, $5.99 king. Just $23 per month and no interest till 2003. Incredible sofa savings now at Fleming's. Your choice, contemporary, traditional, even leather sofas, just $5.99. Whatever you want, just $23 per month and no interest till 2003. Fleming's does more for you every day.
Hi folks, I'm Dave Woloshin here for Dill Day TV, the Mid-South's home theater store. If you've been thinking about a big screen TV or home theater, then let me tell you, Dill Day is the place you need to go. They've got top brands like Sony, Toshiba, and Mitsubishi, plus all the extras like DVD and digital surround sound. Dill Day TV always features free delivery, professional setup, guaranteed satisfaction, and prices that beat the big stores. Dill Day TV, the Mid-South's home theater store.
We had a dream,
And it was just like this.
and it stayed that way.
Forever.
Forever.
and ever and ever.
Eternity for Men, Calvin Klein.
Yeah, forever.
Your free gift with any $35 Eternity for Men purchase at Goldsmiths.
The Nextel Direct Connect Halftime Report. Nextel, get right through.
We're back in Green Bay where the Packer fans marvel again, and the incredible ability of their quarterback, Brett Favre, was led the Packers to a 10-point lead.
You know, we talked early about when they had that first drive and the confidence level, and you've just seen them pick up confidence as that first half went on, and then they started moving the ball almost at will against Baltimore. And here we are, Dick, it's 17-7. Keep in mind that if Darren Sharper doesn't drop that sure touchdown, we're looking at a 24-7 ball game. Halftime numbers, you see dominance by Green Bay at nearly 2-1 in total yards, but the turnovers, Baltimore with a pair of fumbles and an interception, led directly to 14 Green Bay points.
And that was the Achilles for the Ravens in their other defeat against Cincinnati earlier, 21-10, the turnover problem. Bonnie? Apparently, little audio problems there. We'll go to Bonnie as soon as we correct that, and it'll be the Ravens with the ball first here to open the second half. Jermaine Lewis back. And this first possession, Dan Dierdorf, is important for Brian Billick's team to establish some offensive control.
And Baltimore, Dick, is in the midst of a hellacious stretch on the road. They've got 6 of 8 games on the road, and they beat the team they love to beat more than anybody else last week when they beat Tennessee. And second half on the road against a good team. We'll learn a lot about the Ravens here in the next 30 minutes.
Here comes Jermaine Lewis. The speedy return man is in the clear. One man to beat. And ducks out of bounds, but flags are down on the field. Boy, some beautiful blocking, but perhaps one illegal. Yes, a hold is the call. Preliminary signal.
There aren't many guys in the game here in the National Football League that can turn a game around quicker than Jermaine Lewis.
A little comeback. And you saw William Henderson being helped off the field.
50 on the return team during the run back. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, there's William Henderson, the Packers starting fullback, as he's helped off to the sideline.
Brad Jackson, number 50, gets the call.
And we had a camera, and wow, what a violent collision.
Sam Gash, that was blocking back against blocking back.
Sam Gash, unbelievable, and John Jones, both of them exactly the same time hit Henderson.
21-yard line, Terry Allen wrapped up after a couple of yards. Bernardo Harris with a stop. Now let's go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
All right, well, Dick, Brian Billick wasn't exactly citing rocket science when he said turnovers have been our biggest problem. More important, the injury updates. Elvis Gerback, he took a real bad hit late in the second quarter. Billick said he's a little bit woozy, but we're going to see if he can go. Bill Schrader, right ankle sprain. They taped him up, and for as bad as he was limping, they're still going to try to see what he can do as well.
And now another injury as Niall Diggs, the starting linebacker for the Packers, is down.
Niall, another one of the kids playing for the Packers, just his second season. They had a tremendous draft last year, and Niall, another one of the guys, and pretty clear there. We see the training staff looking over, saying there's a problem with the right arm and shoulder of Niall Diggs.
And we'll return in a moment.
Why don't you get us something to cool this fire down?
I got just the thing. Too low for that fire.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
That's not that bad.
The Civic HX from Honda.
Why do you think I should help you?
Get down!
Take that man down. We're planning to take over the prison.
The Last Castle, rated R, starts this Friday.
Man, that sandwich was good. Is there another one? We're saving it for Dave.
You can't resist Wendy's bacon mushroom melt with all that bacon and cheddar.
Hey, Dave, why don't you stay out a few more laps?
Okay.
Where's that sandwich?
Here, I hope no one ate my lunch.
When you gotta have one, you gotta have one.
If someone was accused of unspeakable actions from the past,
Her missteps caused tragic consequences.
when do you forgive? An all-new Max Bickford CBS Tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Back in Green Bay, Diggs on the sidelines appears to be okay. He's replaced by 57 Chris Gizzi, who played at the Air Force Academy. Terry Allen, the backfield, and before the snap on 2nd and 7. Appeared to be early move by Sammy Williams, the right tackle, false start.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 66, right guard offense.
Kenny Anderson next to Williams gets the call.
Well, they both went, Dick. They went in tandem. Credit the Lambeau crowd. They know it. Here they come again.
Gilbert Brown and Bernardo Harris. Harris playing in the middle of that Packer defense from North Carolina, grew up in Chapel Hill.
And Gilbert Brown, who's back playing, looks like when he originally went out, he got hit from behind, hurt his knee, but he's right back in it. And Big Gilbert doing a little cheerleading there. Hard to imagine a guy lost 75 pounds and still weighs 335.
Third down and long, over the middle, complete to Shannon Sharp. And Sharp has the first down out at the 33-yard line. Shannon's second catch of the game.
Well, Shannon Sharp getting into the flow of things, and right now for the Ravens, I think Sharp's involvement very, very critical. And Elvis Gerback, a quarterback who's used to going to the tight end. Remember in San Francisco, he had a guy there named Brent Jones. When he was in Kansas City, a guy named Tony Gonzalez. Life is good for Elvis Gerback when it comes to tight ends.
Fires into the flat. A nice catch by Qadry Ismail as he's up high to snare that one in front of Leroy Butler. Ball marked at the 41-yard line, a couple yards short of a first down. The missile Ismail played at Syracuse. His brother in Ann Arbor at the University of Michigan. The Wolverines leading the Big Ten at the moment.
I think his brother played at Notre Dame.
I'm sorry, Notre Dame. I'm thinking of Desmond Howard. I'm trying to give you credit there, and I can't even do that right.
I can't take credit for the Rocket.
Terry Allen burrows his way out to the 44-yard line and a first down.
You know, you bring up Desmond Howard, Dick. Desmond Howard was actually the high school receiver for Elvis Gerback in Cleveland, Ohio. That's they not only they took their show on the road from Cleveland to Ann Arbor, and pretty successful. Took Desmond all the way to the Heisman Trophy.
And Gerback mentioning next week they play at Cleveland, so he's going home next Sunday. And first down, Gerback deep down the middle. By Ismail on cue, and another first down at the Packer 36-yard line. In front of Mike McKenzie and Tyrone Williams.
Well, there's another guy that when he came into the league, primarily known as a track guy and a sprinter, not the greatest receiver, and Qadry Ismail has come into his own as a quality receiver. In the middle of the field, to elongate like that and go up in the air, only real receivers make catches like that. Track guys don't make that catch.
Draws a crowd. Cledius Hunt there first for the tackle. Tonight on CBS, don't miss Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss in the new hit show the critics are calling engaging, intelligent, one of TV's true quality dramas. Don't miss The Education of Max Bickford tonight, right after 60 Minutes on CBS. Second down and 8. Allen now has carried 37 yards on 13 attempts. Shannon Sharp, short gain, tackled immediately by Nate Wayne at the 29-yard line, just inside the 30. Shannon smiling and talking, as Leroy Butler said. He talked to him the whole Super Bowl 32, and then at the end of the game, he said he was running all over the field looking for me to talk to me some more. He said, I don't want to hear you anymore.
Well, Leroy said he was running off the field. He was trying to get away from it, but he caught me.
3rd and 3. Gerback in trouble. Throws intercepted. Darren Sharper. He gets it this time. His 3rd of the season. And the 4th turnover forced by the Packer defense.
With a smooth, car-like ride, dual-side airbag, and a 240-horsepower engine.
Go ahead, I'll bring her in.
Hannah! It's one of the joys of parenthood. The Odyssey from Honda.
This is Will Burns. You've reached my cell phone. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back.
Will, it's Gail. I can't believe you're not answering your phone. Look, get back here. The client changed their mind. They actually like the work. All we have to do is show the plans to one more group, and the job is ours. Call me before it's too late.
With ordinary cell phones, you leave messages, but with Nextel Direct Connect, the digital two-way radio, you get right through.
Now, exclusively from the NFL Shop, you can customize your very own official NFL replica jersey. Pick a team, choose a number, use your name or your favorite player. It's up to you. NFL Shop will make one in any style you want, just $64.99. So call now and order for yourself or a friend. Get the gear, get in the game, exclusively from NFL Shop. Call 1-877-NFL-SHOP now or visit us at NFL Shop on NFL.com.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Honda Odyssey. It's one of the joys of parenthood. Subway, fresh-made sandwiches on fresh-baked bread. Subway, eat fresh. And by Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Mom, I'm sorry I dropped that first one, but I got the second one.
Dinner's on me.
I know I shouldn't have dropped that first one. Darren Sharper makes the most of a really poor Elvis Gerbach throw.
Well, the Packers, that's 4 turnovers now against the Ravens. One far, scrambling. Throws that one away. Flag down as Ahman Green was the intended receiver, and apparently held by the linebacker. Burnett and McCrary were pressuring Favre to unload.
Peter Boulware was out there in coverage. Peter Boulware, I'm sure, doesn't even realize there was a football anywhere in the vicinity.
Neither did Green.
No. But Boulware is going to get called for the hold.
But even at that, Favre, cleverly throwing it.
58, defense. Before the ball was thrown, 5-yard penalty, first down.
All right, let's go back, if we could, and take a look at the Elvis Gerbach intercept. He throws hopping up into the air. Look at the ball. It almost looked like it slipped out of his hands, but really, Sharper just cuts completely in front of Sharp. All right, but here's the hold at the very end. Yeah, you could see. He spun him all the way back around before the ball. That was a good call by the official.
Now the holding call. It's first down and 10. And Green back and forth and down. No gain. Now what's happening elsewhere, Jim Nance?
Well, we say it every week. He is the talk of the rookie class, LaDainian Tomlinson, scoring his 7th touchdown of the season to give the Chargers the lead at New England, 13-9, 6:45 to go third quarter. Let's go back to Dick and Dan.
All right, Jim, and of course the Chargers go home next week to play the Denver Broncos. It'll be a big game here on CBS. From the 33, second down. And flags go down, and
that's the old unabated to the quarterback if it's against Baltimore.
Rob Burnett.
You could hear that cadence called by Brett Favre clear up here.
Offside, 90. Defense, unabated to the quarterback.
Hard count. That's a gasket breaker. And he really shouts it. Well, Jim Nance with an encore report.
Well, we want to update you on the Battle of Ohio there, Dick. It's Cincinnati and John Kitna to Darnay Scott for the touchdown and the lead early third quarter. 10-7 Bengals. Let's go back to you.
All right, Jim. The battling rights for Ohio in that one. So the ball moved up to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 5, and the Ravens hit with 67 yards in penalties. And Ray Lewis, actually a pretty quiet game for him. We featured Favre and Lewis at the start today. Lewis has only 1 tackle. Sharper slows up Green, and then there's Lewis to make the stop. But in the first half, they played away from Ray Lewis, didn't they?
Well, it's really been the passing game of the Packers that has been the difference in this football game. And Brett Favre with all sorts of misdirection, excellent play action. And again, a lot of the movement by Favre has bought time. So there's only so much a middle linebacker can do in this situation. That time, Bill Schrader, prior to his injury on the crossing pattern, I think it's an awfully good offensive game plan that has decided we're not going to be foolish and try to stuff the ball into the unstuffable.
3rd down and 5. Favre sensing the pressure. Sam Adams, big Sam Adams at 330, able to run right with Favre and get him down.
Look, you know, is there a quarterback in the league that'll go over and congratulate a defensive guy for tackling him like Brett Favre? You know, shades of his battles with Warren Sapp. You got to love a guy that plays the game with a smile on his face like Brett Favre, and will go over in this era of multimillionaires playing against each other, and you can take one look at that kid and realize money has nothing to do with anything.
You bet. A 32-year-old kid, you said it. Jermaine Lewis waiting for this Josh Bidwell punt. High, fairly short, no fair catch. Lewis has a blockers. One man to beat. And great hustle coming back to get the tackle was Rondell Mealy, as the Lewis had gotten by the punter, but Mealy angled across the field to save a touchdown.
And it's time to stop punting to Jermaine Lewis if you're Green Bay.
8:04 left in the 3rd.
No matter who you are or what you're into, isn't it nice to know you'll be accepted?
That's why the Redskins' biggest fans, the Hogettes, make sure to bring their Visa cards to the Forecast Boutique. Visa, the official card of the NFL.
Do I look fat in this dress? Yes. Whoa, did you bake this bread? Do you have any idea where it came from?
No.
So, what do you think? Don't you just love the smell of fresh baked cardboard? Subway bakes their bread fresh every day, right, Nancy?
Right, Jim. Subway's got 4 new delicious Subway Selects, like the tasty Southwest chicken, all on fresh baked gourmet bread.
Once you go fresh, you never go back.
Subway, eat fresh! Test your football knowledge at Subway. Just upsize your fresh value meal and get one of our 2 32-ounce Gridiron Trivia Cups.
Sunday, Jim. Comfortable, spacious, magnetic. The Civic from Honda.
And welcome back to Lambeau Field. It's filled in a hurry today for this big game. Rain starts to fall, a light shower. And the give is to Jason Brookins, who has replaced Terry Allen. A little more beef now in the backfield, and he has a 4-yard gain. Bonnie?
Well, we're here with the proud parents of Darren and Jamie Sharper, and it's a little more balanced because the last picture we saw of these two a couple years ago, you were the bunch of family, and everybody had Ravens jerseys on except you, Pauline. How do we decide who wears what?
Oh, he wants to go with the Super Bowl champion, so that's the way that went. And I have to go with my baby boy.
Jared was telling us how competitive they both were when they were younger, but Jamie was the bigger one. So did they always beat up on each other?
Yes, always very competitive, but Jamie always been the largest of the two. But Jamie, he has more power, but Darren has more athleticism. Okay.
Let me ask you, at what point did you realize that both of your sons had a shot at playing legitimately in the NFL?
Oh, when they first were born, I said, there's the quarterback, there's the fullback. So, no, I'm just teasing. After they had attended college, a lot of scouts were coming looking at them. Then I realized they had a potential to play in the NFL.
Well, very high expectations, Dick, from very early on, I guess.
He is a long-standing principal and teacher, Harry Sharper, 28 years, and a former player himself. And Mom, obviously, they stick with the baby, don't they?
It was interesting, that picture that had everybody in Ravens jerseys. When we asked Darren there yesterday about it, he goes, hey, I love my family, but they are a bunch of front runners. There's Mom right here. The only Mom is hanging in there with it.
That was in 98. Here's Brookins, and with Allen kind of serving up the table, and Brookins comes in, and that was the formula last week with his power to wear down the defense, and he has it to the 10-yard line where it is 3rd and 2, and a big play call here for Baltimore.
Well, that's what we've seen on this drive right here, Dick. They started in great field position because of Jermaine Lewis's return, but this has been power football. This has been this huge offensive line of Baltimore really just gouging out some holes.
Jermaine Lewis in the game as a receiver. Gerback has to throw it away as pressure was coming from Kabir Bajia-Biamila, who has 9 sacks in this season, the young man from San Diego State who was married on Friday night.
Well, that looked like one of those all-or-nothing patterns for the Ravens with the rollout by Gerback. He's looking at one guy, he's covered, he dumps the football. Take no chances, take our 3 points, let Matt Stover try to get us something here in this half.
Stover, who was all of Baltimore's point scoring in October last year. Remember, no one else scored. This would tie an NFL record, 31 consecutive games with a field goal. And he and Fred Cox, the former Vikings, share that record. 3 for the Ravens. They're within a touchdown, 17-10 at Lambeau.
The Accord V6 from Honda, designed to give the driver total control. At least that was the original idea.
Hey, it's Dark Mountain Roast Coffee. Real robust, full-bodied coffee. Always fresh. As good or better than any coffee house. And it costs less. Dark Mountain Roast Coffee, only at 7-Eleven. Get it while it's hot. It's always hot. Yeah. Old day, Kevin.
Your favorite show is back on CBS Thursday. And if you thought the new Survivor Africa wasn't wilder, tougher,
Water is everything, because without it, you are done like that.
and more treacherous than anything you've ever seen before,
Trust me on this, all right?
Be kindness, everyone.
imagine having to pass this test
You're drinking pure blood.
to stay in the game. All new Survivor Africa, CBS Thursday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's, improving home improvement. And by the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world.
Green Bay's lead cut to 7 points, 17-10. And Stover now with Fred Cox, a Viking in 1968 through 1970. Cox hit 31 field goals, 31 straight games of field goal, and so Stover has now.
Only in Green Bay do they still play the William Tell Overture.
And in Notre Dame. Stover lines one down to Corey Bradford, and it skips off the wet grass and into the end zone for the touchback. We have a break in the action with 5:39 remaining in the third quarter here in Green Bay, where the Packers lead the Super Bowl champions by a touchdown.
I'll get this. No, a platinum card. There's always a catch. Low rates that explode. Hidden fees. It's highway robbery. Actually, I have a Capital One platinum card.
Get a new Capital One Platinum card with a 9.9% fixed rate that starts low and stays low, plus no balance transfer fees.
What's in your wallet?
Discover
Discover the most amazing digital music and video with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world. Once again, Lowe's is improving home improvement. Only Lowe's has the new Cielo tub by Whirlpool with 8 jets that soothe your entire body. Lowe's has everything for your bathroom, from color sinks to Moen faucets to beautiful Italian tiles, so you can give your family the bathroom they've always wanted. And Lowe's promises the lowest possible prices, every day guaranteed. Now that's improving home improvement. Spend $250 on your Lowe's card and get 0 payment, 0 finance charges until April 2002.
9,000 miles from home. A U.S. embassy is about to fall.
The consulate is now under attack. Attack?
And one JAG officer will become a hero.
Take it easy, we're gonna get you out of here.
An unforgettable new JAG, CBS Tuesday.
And the wind picking up here in Green Bay, whipping from the south and west now. For the best NFL info on the net, including expert analysis and in-depth team reports, of course, you can go to cbs.sportsline.com or AOL, keyword CBS Sportsline.
Bill Schrader, Dick, still standing on the Packers sideline.
So they'll go to their 4th wide. Donald Driver, number 80, is in there. He made that spectacular catch. Effortlessly, so there's a lot of catch, and underneath they go to Antonio Freeman, and Freeman appears to have another Green Bay first down. Big day in the NFL, Jim Nantz.
And San Diego is playing at New England, and we showed you the Tomlinson touchdown. The Patriots answered right back, Dick. 5 for 5 on the drive. Brady, the final yard to Antoine Smith to regain the lead. We're in the last minute of the 3rd quarter. Back and forth we go. Patriots up by a field goal. Back to you.
All right, Jim, how did he get away from Junior Seau? It appeared that Seau had him for a no-gainer.
Boy, you got to give the Patriots a lot of credit. They looked like they were down and out, and they won't give up.
Brady's done a good job. Whoops. John Green and started forward, and that'll cost Green Bay 5.
Number 30, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That might be one of your best calls, Dick. What? Oops. Pretty much says it all.
That's what he probably said.
Here's Ahman Green right here, and watch this.
Oops.
That's that.
Great moments in sports.
That in-depth analysis brought to you by CBS Sports.
Got to be a .com in there somewhere.
That's CBS Sports Center.
Yeah, first down and 15. And Barr back winging again. Too tall this time for Driver. Played his college ball at Alcorn State. You know, again, to reiterate, the Ravens allowed the Titans only 1 pass completion to a wide receiver last week, and Green Bay with 14 today.
And really, Bubba Franks coming into the game, the guy you think that Brett Favre is going to go to a lot, and only 1 pass to the tight end. So Marvin Lewis there, you're looking at the defensive coordinator of Baltimore, seeing a completely different look than he's used to with this type of completion percentage to the guys on the outside.
Shotgun again, 2nd and 15. Into the backfield, and hammered is Dorsey Levens as he makes the catch. Rod Woodson, he'll still come up and put a shoulder on you, and stops him cold at the 34-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Well, Dorsey Levens is healthy, but not for long if he keeps taking hits like that from Rod Woodson. You run out of superlatives when you talk about Rod Woodson, and at 36 years old and 15 years in the league, still productive. Can't run the way he used to, but his play is still plenty good enough.
Plus his savvy in that secondary helping everybody else. 3rd and 10. Driver still on his feet, and saving a touchdown was James Trapp by 1 right ankle. And Favre has struck again.
Well, and this offensive line of the Green Bay Packers is giving Brett Favre all sorts of time. Take a look at right now, Trapp giving away the inside of the field. McAllister, rather, giving away the inside of the field, and Trapp coming over from the safety. And boy, Driver did everything he could do to try to get away. But Chris McAllister, number 21, allowing Driver that release to the inside, almost looking like he was expecting safety help to the inside, but it wasn't there.
Boy, Driver, one catch in the first 4 games. He's got 3 for 69 today. Favre throws it away.
But again, Dick, look at the amount of time that Brett Favre has back in the pocket. He is getting a good look at the field. Now, a lot of it in the first half was created because Brett got outside the pocket on design motion. But now he's really getting a good look. Take a look at this from behind. You see both tackles are sealed off. Triple team against the 2 tackles, and Brett really just allowed to stand there. Good coverage means he threw it away, but wow, that's good pass protection.
Mike Flanagan's a center, Wall and Rivera, 2 young guards, and even younger are the tackles, Clifton and Tosher, in their second season.
And Clifton playing with a bad hamstring. He was a question mark.
Again, good protection. Now Favre into the flat. Short gainer goes to William Henderson. Dwayne Starks, the defender.
And William Henderson, a guy who's back in action. We saw him being helped to the sidelines after that tremendous shot he took.
It has been hard hitting from the opening kickoff of 2 outstanding teams, knowing that a victory over their opponent today is more than just 1 win. You played the best, and for Baltimore trying to beat the best at quarterback on his home field. But so far, Favre has a 7-point lead for his Packers with 2.5 minutes remaining, third quarter, and a 3rd down 8.
And if they don't convert, it's about a 45-yard field goal from here.
Green, big hole. He's got the first down and more to the 9-yard line.
Well, you already gave all their names, Dick. But that offensive line and a tremendous lead block coming in here from William Henderson right here, 33. Look at that trap block as he comes in and hits Jamie Sharper. Watch William Henderson. He's going to come in from the right. Right there is his block on Sharper. Amon Green cuts in right behind it. And Clifton, Wall, Flanagan, Rivera, and Tauscher. Boy, are they doing a number on the guys up front.
Longest run of the day for the Packers, 19 yards. 1st and goal. Fake to Green. Favre. They'll say, this looks like a good spot right here. He slipped going left as they tried some play action, and Michael McCrary was hawking him all the way.
Yeah, Brett wasn't counting on McCrary staying at home. Here's Michael McCrary. He's going to stay home. He is not getting caught by over-pursuing. They both end up going down, but it was McCrary's discipline in staying in his position that whatever Brett Favre had in mind, Michael McCrary ruined it by being disciplined and staying home.
That's the 3rd or 4th play today we've watched McCrary make such an intelligent effort. 2nd and goal. Freeman in motion. Freeman. As he flagged down, it's going to be interference on Starks.
And again, Brett Favre could have, there wasn't a Baltimore pass rusher within 4 yards of it.
22, defense, automatic first down.
Going to mark the foul, I believe, at the 1-yard line.
Take a look, it's at the top of the screen. There's Freeman working against Starks, but again, Brett Favre all the time in the world. And no question, Starks has both arms around the middle of Antonio Freeman way before the ball gets there.
Reaction of resignation from Billick. 1st and goal at the 1. Green. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Can you say cheese?
Green with his 3rd touchdown of the season, and they're celebrating again in Titletown. ...80-yard drive against this tough Baltimore defense.
And they say it can't be done.
Longwell gives Green Bay a 2-touchdown lead. 80 yards, 9 plays.
Well, you got the ball at the 1-yard line. You hate to resort to trickery. Let's just mash it in there. Let's do a little power. And I'm on Green into the end zone. William Henderson, again, goes right up into the hole, but Green breaks it away to the right, and Mike Sherman knows, hey, yeah, they're good, but we're playing awfully well.
You know, fans like the spectacular long plays. Coaches like those plays.
All coaches, this is a physical game, Dick. Longest touchdown drive allowed this season. Most people in this league will concede that going 80 yards against the Baltimore Ravens defense is impossible. Well, it's not impossible. It is infrequent, but it's not impossible, and Brett Favre is showing us how to do it.
Well, they've gone 59 yards for a touchdown. They've gone 74 and 80 yards, Green Bay, prior to today. In the first 4 games, the longest drive to score against Baltimore, 33 yards.
You know, the Jets had a lot of success against the Ravens at the end of last season. Teams are still watching that film. You know something? Teams late in the season this year will be watching the tape of Green Bay going against Baltimore, trying to figure out how they did it, Dick. Because this is as good as anyone has moved the ball against this team in a long, long time.
A long time. They've won 14 of the last 15, Baltimore. Well, tonight on CBS, they were TV's original survivors, but behind the scenes, Gilligan's Island was no paradise. Don't miss the world premiere movie, Surviving Gilligan's Island, tonight on CBS.
Well, here's where the new Ravens, though, are certainly better than the old Ravens. With Elvis Grbac at quarterback, you do have the ability to pass your way back into a ball game.
Jason Brookins powers his way for 10 and almost 11 yards and a first down. As the final seconds tick away here in the third quarter.
I don't think the Ravens last year, Dick, thought that Trent Dilfer was the quarterback who could pass them back into a football game. But I think Brian Billick will call whatever he wants to call here in the fourth quarter because of the confidence he has in Elvis Grbac. Yep, there's been a couple bad throws so far in this football game, but the guy is capable of striking big.
Trying to get a play off and does at the 1 second mark. Gives it to Brookins. Look at him breaking tackles. And he's out to the 39-yard line with another 9-yard gain at the end of this third quarter in Green Bay, where the Packers, led by Brett Favre, own a 24-10 lead over the Super Bowl defending champions. We'll return to Lambeau Field after this message and a word from your local station.
What kind of men will it take to get our hands on Osama bin Laden? Men just like the ones you'll meet tonight on 60 Minutes.
CSI, Thursday on CBS. It's all here.
Your automobile is a large investment. Do you trust the repairs to any old body shop? Get to know Peach Auto Painting and Collision. Get to know our quality service, workmanship, and affordable paint service plans. Get to know our Royal Paint service, only $179.95 and backed up in writing. Get to know Peach Auto Painting and Collision, and you'll be glad you did. It's a peach of a paint job.
Coughlin Transmission, because you have more important things to worry about.
I'm Joe Larkins, and News Channel 3 is on your side.
Welcome to October in the Midwest, Wisconsin weather. Sun shining, hail falling. It is all hail's broken loose there. Meanwhile, the Ravens 2nd and 1, and Gerbach looking for something big. Almost intercepted again as Bernardo Harris and Nate Wayne. Wayne had his hands on it. Intended for Qadry Ismail.
Well, this is just really good work to the inside by Nate Wayne. Gerbach with all the time in the world to look at it, but Nate Wayne just in the hip pocket there. Qadry Ismail pretty routinely just knocks the ball away with his right hand.
Acquired in a trade last year from the Broncos, Wayne. Now it's 3rd and 1. Brookins. Met rudely by Niall Diggs. And finished off by Cledius Hunt.
Well, they're going to try after a couple outstanding runs to the left side. It was jammed up. That play was intended to go to the left side of centers, but Brookins tried to cut it back to the right. And as often happens in a short yardage situation, there's nowhere to go.
Loss of a yard, 4th and 2, so Kyle Richardson to punt for Baltimore. Antonio Freeman deep for the Packers. Nice kick. Freeman at the 19. And the whistle sounds a touchdown at the 19-yard line. A 43-yard punt, no return. Alvin Porter there to cover for the Ravens. 14:04 left in the 4th.
The day has ended. Amber blends to twilight blue. The world softens a bit around the edges. You release all the cares of the day, and nothing else in the world matters. Bella Sera Pinot Grigio. It's going to be a beautiful evening. Or as they say in Italian, it's going to be a bella sera.
I mean, why go to college? Have you thought about joining a cult? You know you don't pay any taxes.
Gross incompetence at work. Another side effect of hunger. We recommend Snickers. Packed with peanuts, caramel, and chocolate. Snickers. Don't let hunger happen to you.
A chunky quarterback moment. Donovan McNabb's mom served him Campbell's chunky beef with country vegetables. Now with more lean beef. Filled up right by beefy chunky soup. Donovan took on beefy linebackers.
You have one new message.
John, it's Bob. I tried tracking you down everywhere, so I'm leaving this on your cell phone. Look, about your merger meeting this morning, whatever you do, avoid the boardroom. I was talking to maintenance, and they just lacquered the table, and it needs 24 hours to dry. Man, I hope you get this.
With ordinary cell phones, you leave messages, but with Nextel Direct Connect, the digital two-way radio, you get right through.
Gilligan's Island was America's favorite escape, but behind the scenes was no paradise.
I was told this was my show.
A world premiere movie, Surviving Gilligan's Island, CBS tonight.
When Ray loses his wedding ring, the ladies take notice, especially his wife. What are you doing?
Helping you unpack.
At All New Raymond, CBS Monday.
And a reminder, Survivor on Thursday night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. What's going to happen next on Thursday? Brett Favre starts the Packers at the 19 with a 14-point advantage early in the 4th quarter. Underneath it goes to the tight end, David Martin. And Martin, who Favre called the steal of the draft, a rookie from Tennessee, picked in the 6th round, has his first catch.
And Dick, look how Brett Favre is spreading the football all around the field to different receivers. There's Amon Green, so he's going to the backs. Bill Schrader prior to his injury. Let's bring Antonio Freeman into the play. How about Donald Driver? He deserves a shot. Corey Bradford as well. And finally, he finishes it up with Bubba Franks. And again, though, the success he's having throwing on first down. Even with a 2-touchdown lead, he throws it for 9 yards on first down. Smart football.
2nd and 1, so they give us to Green trying to get wide on this Raven defense, and not many teams can get outside with their speed, and McCrary there to wrap him up with a good tackle. Well, it's called Title Town, Green Bay. And now the AFC Central race, here's your chance to log on. Which team will win the AFC Central this year? Baltimore and Cleveland tied at 3-1 coming into today's action. Just log on, cast your vote, NFL.com, and there are the 12 championships that go back to Curly Lambeau, Vince Lombardi in the 60s, the first 2 Super Bowls, and finally Mike Holmgren, the only 3 coaches to have a winning record here in Green Bay. Play action. And they got him from behind, and he went down awkwardly under a lot of weight.
But
Larry Webster.
I guarantee you, Dick Enberg, that the Brett Favre of 5 or 6 years ago would have put that football in the air. That ball would have been on its way to somebody. But Brett knows I'm protecting a 14-point lead. I am in the 4th quarter. I've got a defensive football team that's playing pretty well, and I'm not going to do anything foolish. And being foolish, by the way, would be Josh Bidwell kicking this ball anywhere near Jermaine Lewis.
Averaging only 34 yards a punt. Here's his best of the day. He roots this one out, and Lewis backpedals to the 20. Slips. Has some blockers on this side. 30. And caught from behind at the 38-yard line by Rob Davis, the man who snapped the ball. 55 yards on the punt, 18 on the return by the man who led the league last year in punt returns.
We've got this e-business thing nailed. We know exactly what our customers want. And we streamlined our supply chain so we could get it to them fast.
We're in Belgium.
Our overseas operation.
How do you do it?
Follow me. Now don't freak out. Please, no pictures. You can do anything with the Black Rocket, the e-business network platform from Genuity.
Never once did your car ask you for jewelry or flowers. Never once did it ask you if it looked fat, or did it get mad at you for leaving the seat up. Your car always gives you exactly what you want. Doesn't it deserve something special in return?
This is Eddie George of the Tennessee Titans. Eddie helps the United Way build stronger communities by supporting programs that create safer neighborhoods.
Come on, guys.
On the field, Eddie's work ethic is contagious. On the football field, it's contagious.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Slackers.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Nextel. How business gets done. Burger King, home of the Whopper. And by Original Coors. Nothing beats an original.
All that you see that's in green above the stands, that'll be coming down as part of the new $295 million renovation. They'll add 10,000 more seats. Now they'll have a special home for the Packer Hall of Fame and the Pro Shop and all of that. That'll be done in 2 seasons. Terry Allen protecting the football out to the 43-yard line. As we remind you that Saturday on the Home Depot SEC football, it's the Tennessee Vols and the Alabama Crimson Tide. It all begins with Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman on college football today. And for more college football news, go to cbs.sportsline.com, AOL keyword CBS Sportsline. 2nd and 5. Baltimore trailing here at Green Bay by 14. Gerbach underneath, incomplete to Shannon Sharp. He skipped it low. Gerbach, unlike Favre, has not had a great day throwing the ball. He is 11 for 20 and 138 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown.
And he had Sharp for the first down. He was there. He was open. Elvis just overthrew it a little bit and came over the top, didn't release it in time, and nosedived it at Sharp's feet.
3rd and 5. Has to throw it away. Kabir Baja-Biamila, looking for his 10th sack of the season, was chasing down Gerbach.
Well, they're taking Biamila and getting him away from Jonathan Ogden. He's coming in from the other side of the formation, and it was late, but he still got there to the point where he forced the coverage actually forced Gerbach to throw it away. There's Big John Ogden.
Beautiful dying spiral. Fair catch, Freeman. And Green Bay has it at the 17.
Ogden and Orlando Pace, I think the two guys in a class by themselves at left tackle in his league, seeing that Tony Baselli's hurt.
My dad was really good with his hands. Could have been a surgeon if he wanted to. He could hear a car driving by and tell you whether it needed a tune-up or if the brakes were starting to go. Doctors and lawyers would stop at his garage asking for professional advice. And after school, he'd let me watch him work his magic on cars. More than anyone, he taught me how to earn my customers' trust. Like Dad, I'm proud to be a professional auto technician and proud of the work we do.
CarQuest, the professional choice. Play Cash is King at Burger King for a chance to become a millionaire.
First class, baby. I'm paid. I'm gonna get one of these, only bigger. We should do this every day. You gonna let me park it? I think it's stuck in neutral. I'm the king of the world. Uh-oh.
Play Cash is King at Burger King. Peel for a chance at great prizes, from tasty food like a Whopper or crust sandwich to a cool $1 million. With a 1 in 3 chance to win, the odds are on your side.
My man.
I made my money off investments.
I made mine off a cup.
On December 6, 1992, Barry Sanders fumbled the football. He was determined never to let that happen again, but it did happen again. 3 years and 803 carries later.
Hey, nothing beats an original. Original Coors. Brewed with Rocky Mountain water.
Original Coors. Hold on tight.
If you thought the new Survivor wasn't wilder, tougher,
water is everything, but without it, you are done like that.
and more treacherous than anything you've ever seen before,
Trust me on this, all right?
imagine having to pass this test
Drinking pure blood
to stay in the game. All new Survivor Africa, CBS Thursday.
Mood of celebration in the light rain here at Lambeau Field. Some sprinkled hail as well, as the Packers have a 24-10 lead and the ball with 11 minutes plus remaining in the fourth. Green breaks a tackle and squirts out to the 22-yard line as we go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
Well, Dick, we've talked about how well Brett Favre's been able to spread the ball around, not to Bill Schrader in the second half. We told you he sprained an ankle and he's questionable to return. He hasn't been back in, probably because Freeman and Driver have been playing so well, but you can tell he's really got the itch to go back. He's got a heavy tape job, and he's been running back and forth along the bench, trying to get some range of motion there, but it still looks like he's struggling.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. Schrader, who has 4 catches in the game. Even with the time, not trying to run out the clock. Favre with a pump fake, and then the screen. Oh, wide open a screen at the 25 to 30, and Green out to the 35. Well executed. Dwayne Starks with a tackle, and Marvin Lewis's defense being exposed in the passing game from Green Bay.
You know, and, again, a lot of this has to do with Brett Favre and his creativity with the football. When he sells a pump fake like that, all 11 guys on the Baltimore defense are buying it. But again, Amon Green, a guy that Brett has really developed a knack for finding in that dump-off situation. Green telling us, I just go to that 4 to 6 yard area, and I just wait for Brett. I know he's going to find a way to dump off the ball.
22 catches coming in today to lead the Packers in receptions, and now it's on the ground to Green, and he's toppled after a yard.
And Dick, you know that Amon Green, coming out of the University of Nebraska, didn't exactly have a big-time collegiate career coming out of the backfield catching a million passes. That was not his job for the Cornhuskers.
He mentioned that. This young man from Omaha went to the same high school as the great Gale Sayers and the baseball great Bob Gibson in Omaha.
That's a couple of heavyweights, I would say.
Imagine there's a few photos on the wall of that school.
Bob Gibson, I know, still lives in Omaha.
Second down, call it 8. 5 defensive backs. Fake to Green, and Favre stops, throws, and completes it to Freeman. First down at the 48.
We've been looking for something to call truly Farvian. That was Farvian.
Ray Lewis said, as he said, he's a 60-minute player with 60 different moves.
Look at this. Rolling to his left. Hardest thing to do for a right-handed quarterback is somehow stop find somebody and throw. Look at that. Ray Lewis is trying to figure out what in the heck is going on. I'll go back. I'm going to come up and look at William Henderson get into Ray Lewis. Now, you're not supposed to be able to block a guy while the ball's in the air. I could swear I saw a ball go whistling by.
Freeman juggled the ball, hit, gains about 5. Ray Lewis the tackle. And here's Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Dick and Dan, I know you remember Garo Yepremian's desperation pass to the Super Bowl way back when. Look at Lee Johnson, just like Yepremian, picked up by Derek Harris. This comes right after a fluting touchdown pass. And New England suddenly down 10, fourth quarter, midway through. Let's go back to Dick and Dan.
Whoa, Jim, you'd think Lee Johnson, as long as he's been around, would have learned by now. He was punting the football in the 50s, I think.
Got to get rid of the pumpkin. Favre guns one complete to Freeman. Antonio Freeman at the 30, 20, outside to the 10. And knocked out of bounds by McAllister at the 3-yard line. And one of the reasons Favre is celebrating for Freeman is Antonio frustrated, 9 catches, first 4 games. He has 9 today.
Antonio Freeman, at least today, has come in out of the cold on a beautiful, kind of a balmy day in Green Bay. We talked about it early, about this Green Bay offensive team. You can see it in the first quarter. They started to gain confidence. 9 coming in, 9 today. He's got a total of 18, but you could just see the Packers gaining confidence as they move the ball against the unmovable object.
Time out, Green Bay.
Get down in the dirt. Get down on the dunes. Get down on the trail. Get your monthly payments way down. As low as $69 a month and no down payment with a Honda card. Or get low 6.9% financing and no down payment on any new Honda ATV. Get down-to-earth deals now at your Honda dealer.
Tomorrow's the big event. Are we there?
The work is there,
Excellent.
but it's not here.
Not here?
Not here. We have a glitch.
A glitch?
A glitch. New York's files are garbled. The servers in London are down, and everything from Asia has just plain vanished.
Vanished?
Vanished. You know, a glitch.
So no pitch. Well, what do we do tomorrow?
Discuss our global capabilities.
And that's when it hits you. You are so ready for IBM.
Monday, a fender bender between friends. Who's going to foot the bill?
Sweet mama.
The King of Queens. Ben, what do you do when your child is a bully?
I don't know what to think.
Welcome to parenting. My name is Kim. I'll be your wife.
Yes, dear. Next, when Ray loses his wedding ring, the ladies take notice, especially his wife.
What are you doing?
Helping you unpack.
Everybody loves Raymond, and Becker's buddy gets hitched to a woman he just met.
Love's not only blind, it's deaf and dumb.
All new comedy, CBS Monday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Honda, the company that defines performance in motorcycles, ATVs, and scooters. And by IBM, taking e-business and your business to the next level.
Brett Favre with his 30th career 300-yard passing game. 335 today against the vaunted Raven defense. And the man with all the energy and personality, and not only socially, but on the field.
Factor in 61 yards rushing, Dick, and Green Bay on the verge of going over 400 yards total offense against this #1 team in the league.
Fake to Green, touchdown Franks. Bubba Franks, his second of the game. The most points given up by the Ravens since Game 2 last year. And they won that game against Jacksonville.
Baltimore trying to play some kind of a defense that has Michael McCrary trying to run with Bubba Franks.
Longwell adds the extra point. 31-10.
the one thing that's really apparent in watching this game is when you're the defending world champion, you are going to get everybody's A game. And the Packers brought their A game to Lambeau today. Frustrated after losing last week to Tampa, down in Tampa, a game they thought they should have won. Bubba Franks, so you see McCrary 99, a defensive, you put a guy in a 4-point stance down there, boy, you're asking an awful lot for him to get back and run with a tight end.
Second touchdown throw to Bubba Franks, and Favre is the happiest guy in the lot.
You may not get the smile off this guy's face till Tuesday or Wednesday.
His sheer joy at playing this boys' game. And Mike Sherman, his coach, would have to agree with Brian Billick today. Man, my great player played great.
He played truly Favrean.
You're only allowed one more Favrean. You've used 4.
I think Brian Billick has coined a new term.
Maybe to apply to other quarterbacks around the league.
Yeah, it's a term I don't think Brian would like to have to use again until maybe in the Super Bowl.
Longwell, short this time, but to Lewis, all the way to the 14. And he's knocked down at the 29-yard line by Chris Akins. Akins from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Less than 7 minutes to go. Elvis Grbac in the first half when he was, remember, Santana Dotson hit him and drove him down. That was a fumble. Apparently he suffered a mild concussion. We're just getting word of that injury now. This is the first time we've heard that that was a problem. And Randall Cunningham, the veteran from UNLV, takes over for the Ravens, down by 3 scores at the 29. He gives to Terry Allen, and Allen pounds out close to a first down. Darren Sharper, the tackler.
So the report just coming in that Elvis Grbac injured in the first half, but yet continued to play until this point in the ball game.
That was middle of the second quarter.
Ineffectively. But Brian Billick doesn't make the decision to go with Cunningham until now.
6:20 to go in the fourth. Another 10-yard gain by Allen out to the 49-yard line, and Sharper again with the answer defensively.
38 years old. Randall Cunningham, who has been in this league. Remember, he came in with the Eagles, then he played with the Vikings, where, of course, he played for Brian Billick, who was the offensive coordinator of the Vikings at the time. Then had a stint in Dallas. Had a year or so where he was taking care of his stone business in Las Vegas.
Marble and granite. 2nd and 1. His first throw is behind Qadri Ismail. 4 times Pro Bowler Cunningham. And that reminds us, tomorrow night on CBS, an all-new night of comedy, folks, starting with The King of Queens, followed by Yes Dear. Then it's Monday's #1 comedy, Everybody Loves Raymond, followed by Becker, starring Ted Danson, plus an all-new Family Law, all here Monday on CBS. And a reminder as well that this CBS NFL doubleheader continues. Miami Jets, Denver, Seattle. Stay right with us.
Well, the #1 show in Green Bay is Everybody Loves Brett.
Favrean experience.
See, it's a feel-good word, isn't it? It just kind of, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say it again, though. You chastised me.
No, I'm being a chameleon. I like it. I'm going to use it the rest of the way.
Take a look at that. 840 winning percentage here at home. Again, this is home since 1967. Terry Bradshaw and the Steel Curtains sit atop that list.
Ticking down to the 5-minute marker in the fourth, and Cunningham eludes the rush and now throws deep downfield, complete. And coming up with a catch for is 89, Travis Taylor, who comes back for the ball and a first down at the 23. Bonnie?
Okay, Dick, we're starting to get conflicting reports about Elvis Grbac up's injury. We had just heard it was a concussion. Now the Ravens are telling me that Elvis has a sprained neck. He's left the field and is currently getting x-rays. That's the latest. I'll keep you updated.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. So Cunningham able to get away from the pressure and throw his first completion as the rain continues to fall. Ryan Badesio in the backfield with him. He steps up and throws. Complete to Shannon Sharp. And Sharp to the 10-yard line. Another first down. With Nate Wayne with the stop. Cunningham, who has been used in what they call a Randall punt formation when the ball is around the 50 and where he could either punt it. He was a brilliant All-America punter in college, or he can go up and take a snap, try to draw Tennessee offside. Didn't work last week, but it's a wrinkle we'll be seeing through the year. He has Terry Allen with him. And on first down, looks underneath, incomplete. Tried to hit Shannon Sharp, but good move by Todd McBride, who played his college ball at unbeaten UCLA this year. Reached in and knocked it away.
Jonathan Ogden, 6'8", 340 pounds at left tackle. There is KGB. Take a look. That is Kabir Baja Biamila, and he is buried by Jonathan Ogden. He came into the game with 9 sacks, and it looks like he may leave with 9.
Cunningham just does get it away on the screen to Terry Allen. Billy Lyon crashing through. Defensive line, he played at Marshall, almost had the sack.
Well, Lyon's looking for some kind of an intentional grounding call. Coming up the middle, completely unblocked. And he's immediately looking to referee Bill Carollo. Let's go back and look at Jonathan Ogden, this time against Kabir. And a pretty good job that time of Biamila getting around the corner. But by that time, Cunningham was already under wraps.
Third and 10, and movement. Will it go against Green Bay offside?
Well, Randall Cunningham gave him the hard count, but again, he gives it the hard count with an awful lot of body movement. Last week, he came under center on a punt, tried the hard count to draw them offside, did draw them offside, but he's the one who got called for intentionally moving.
98, defense, 5-yard penalty.
As a quarterback, you can bark the signals as loud as you want, but you're not supposed to move your body. Now let's look at Cunningham. You can just barely see him over his guard. The hunch here. Yeah, you see, now that's acceptable. That's pretty much keeping your frame pretty solid.
Third down from the 5-yard line. The fade is incomplete, but a flag down as Mike McKenzie knocked it away from Travis Taylor, but may have interfered.
Clearance, 34, defense. By rule, the foul occurred in the end zone. The ball he placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
Well, it's first and goal from the 1.
Well, let's take a look at it. Just one-on-one right there. Does McKenzie grab him before? Man, my reaction is the same as when I saw it the first time. I thought that was pretty darn good coverage by Mike McKenzie.
4 shots for a touchdown. They give it to Brookins. He plows forward and no go. Pushed back after maybe a foot gain. Jim Flanagan, the former Chicago Bear, who comes here to Green Bay this year. His father was a linebacker on those great Green Bay teams of yesteryear. He himself a linebacker at Notre Dame, but now at 290 in the middle of that defensive line. 75 Flanagan.
And he had a lot of good years playing defensive tackle for the Bears. A real active guy, and a good pass rusher from the tackle position.
Brookins, the tailback, second and goal. Going to try to sweep. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Jason Brookins has his second score of the season. Got some tough, not much to tackle there, Brookins. He's short, but powerful.
Well, you see Benny Anderson, the right guard, number 66, getting out in front. But really, the key to that touchdown was an outstanding block at the point of attack by Shannon Sharp, the tight end.
71 yards and 10 plays engineered by Randall Cunningham against a softer defense, trying to chew up the time. It took 4 minutes and 3 seconds, and the extra point by Stover cuts the Packer lead to 14 with under 3 to go. Well, part of the experience all around the NFL, but it's no better than in Green Bay, the tailgating experience. Well, look at there. There's a familiar face as well.
Oh, you guys.
Every pretty girl likes to have a little bratwurst and root beer. That's Debbie Deerdorf, who, hey, she's not about to stay up here all day and
I'm working my tail off, and she's out in the parking lot having a party. This great country, isn't it? Well, I'm so pleased that the weather cleared, Dick. Let's face it, Friday and Saturday, the weather here was just terrible. And the skies parted today. As I'm coming into the stadium, I said, who's responsible for the weather? To a person, every one of them replied, Vince.
Yeah, Coach Lombardi, we said he'd like to have had a ticket for this one. Here's the onside kick setup with 8 men on the left side. And it's caught by Wayne. Nate Wayne, the linebacker. Did he hang on to it, though?
He had it to start with.
And the rookie, Ed Hartwell, comes up with the ball, and so it's a successful onside kick for the Ravens.
And as they say, a murmur goes through the crowd.
Hartwell, the 4th-round draft pick out of Western Illinois.
All right, here it comes from Stover, and it takes the perfect top, exactly what he's looking for. Wayne had it, but it was a hit. It looked like one of the Ravens. I missed his number going by. Might have been over. Yes, it is. It's Ian Badejo who knocks the ball loose, number 30. Obafemi, Ian Badejo put his shoulder right on the ball and knocked it loose.
So the Ravens and Cunningham get another chance. They have all 3 timeouts. Cunningham in the crowd gets it out of there and complete to Shannon Sharp. Jim Flanagan putting the pressure on the quarterback. So the hurry-up offense now for the Ravens. 2:32. They got 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Cunningham can run it. Always been one of the better running quarterbacks. At 38, slides at the 39-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40. First down for Baltimore. And they don't spend a timeout yet.
I'll never get tired of looking at that long stride of Randall Cunningham in the middle of a football field with guys chasing him. It's been a part of my football life for a long, long time.
Rushed for almost 5,000 yards in his career. And there's a bullet throw with a holding down. And the catch by Brandon Stokely down at the 22.
Almost certainly this is going to come back. We're going to get a holding call against Baltimore. And it looks, if body language means anything, look at Jonathan Ogden, number 75.
This time the young pass rusher, Baja Biamila, may have gotten the better of the All-Pro.
Boy, Jonathan pleading his case.
75, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down. That's also the 2-minute warning.
He's a very proud man, this big tackle, and not happy at all.
Going a full 12 rounds is all about stamina. That's why I like High Endurance from Old Spice. No deodorant protects better. And it lasts longer because it evaporates more slowly. High Endurance lasts longer than I do. But I'm working on that.
Come on! Can you wait a minute?
Talk to LiftMaster and get the world's #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Call LiftMaster now.
Johnson, I'd like to see some ideas on saving the company money. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
Think. That's the dumbest thing.
Well, Johnson, Staples. That'll save us a lot of money. You are a genius.
Get extra savings for your business all this month at Staples.
I'd been waiting for a day like this. A day when an all-in-one wireless plan would make things simple for people. The Sprint PCS Total Digital Connections plan is here. It brings all the best features together. Clear calls, nationwide long distance, voice command, and wireless web. Thanks, boy. And now it's my job to tell the world.
Total Digital Connections Plan, only from Sprint PCS.
No other drama takes you inside the CIA like The Agency.
He's targeting the city.
A report of an infectious agent alert.
Anthrax.
Somebody with a Dixie cup and a plan.
Could kill thousands.
I've informed the White House.
How they work and what they do is more intense than you ever imagined.
I've got the target.
The Agency, all new after CSI, CBS Thursday.
Well, we've had some sunshine and rain and hail and October and Green Bay, and football season has begun.
Yes, it really has. And I think we're just seeing a Baltimore team that this is, they're going to bury this one. Brian Billick is going to say, guys, let's learn a little something from this, put it away. They're still, I think, the best team in the AFC.
Cunningham throws, and the tackle made on Travis Taylor by Mike McKenzie. And he didn't get out of bounds, so they wind it at 143-142. Again, all 3 timeouts remaining for the Ravens. Ravens at Cleveland next week, while Green Bay goes to Minnesota. Cunningham dumps it off, incomplete. Ian Badesio in the flag.
If you love the game of football, though, Dick, if you love the game of football like we do, you savor and you really enjoy when you have the opportunity to in person watch what Brett Favre did today. You realize you're in the presence of greatness. I don't want to sound corny or hokey when I say that, but it doesn't happen every week. It doesn't happen all that often where you get a chance to watch an athlete do what he did today.
Look at that, only 7 hit the ground, 27 for 34, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Against the best defense in football.
Cunningham lets it fly, and Stokely has the first down catch at the 26-yard line in front of Darren Sharper. Clock runs at, well, they're going to stop it here at 1:17. Cunningham has called the timeout, and there are 2 remaining now for the Ravens. Well, he's still got an arm, doesn't he, Dan?
Well, and you still got a game going on here as Randall looking around trying to find, he's got a guy where he wants to go with it, and my gosh, that's where he goes. And look at that ball, right between the 8 and the 0, Brandon Stokely.
And Cunningham played for Billick as the offensive coordinator with the Vikings just 3 years ago. That was that 15-1 season. So Billick, certainly remembering the veteran's talents, brought him in as really the 3rd quarterback with Chris Redmond, the youngster drafted last year out of Louisville, the number 2. But under the circumstances, he wants Redmond around maybe in the 4th quarter, pick up games to get some experience. But during the game, when you really need Cunningham, he's actually the number 2.
If the game's in play, he wants Randall to be the guy under center. You notice that no one has left this stadium. They realize that if by chance Randall Cunningham happens to throw a touchdown pass on this play, there will be a collective groan that you'll hear all the way into Paris. That's a silver with green paint.
I don't remember Appleton, but Cunningham on the scramble. Caught from behind by Baja Biamilla. Not quite a first down for Cunningham, maybe close enough to measure. 2nd down and less than a yard.
Unfortunately, if it was close enough to measure, that would have given them a stoppage of the clock they really could have used.
Looks to the end zone and fires. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. A grand effort by Brandon Stokely. This 5'11", 197-pounder from southwestern Louisiana. Great hands, but was out of the end zone.
Stokely working out of the slot position, just runs straight into the end zone, and kind of a whiff there by the Packers secondary. That was awfully close to a big-time mistake. They let Stokely get a little too much separation from them as they were playing for the shorter pass.
50 seconds remaining. And the sneak by Cunningham, and he has 5 yards and a first down to the 11. and has called timeout with 45 seconds. One timeout remaining. Tonight on CBS, of course, at 7 o'clock after the second game of our doubleheader, 60 Minutes, and then men just like the ones you want to meet tonight on 60 Minutes are the guys trying to get Osama bin Laden. Then you'll see Richard Dreyfuss in the new series, The Education of Max Bickford, and that'll be followed by Sunday world premiere movie Surviving Gilligan's Island. That's the lineup tonight on CBS.
And the field is bathed in bright sunlight, and look how hard it is raining.
Look at the hail.
Yeah, hail, rain, and sunlight all at the same time. Tell me Vince Lombardi isn't in charge there.
It's Marbian. I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
This is the first crowd I've ever seen. There's a rainbow even. Now we've got a rainbow going. Yes. This is the only place I've ever been, Dick, that when it starts to rain, there is a shot of the rainbow. When it starts to rain, the crowd actually cheers. That's a hail and hearty folk.
Bad weather's coming. Wow. Oh, my. We are in luck, Maud. Cunningham slips. Now he's going to try to run it in. And makes it. Randall Cunningham for the touchdown. 11 yards on the long-legged scramble. And Billick wants to go for 2.
Take a look at Randall Cunningham as the pump fake freezes everybody, but then nobody spots a big hole like Randall, and he will go to the air. We've seen him do it a million times throughout his career. Randall Cunningham, a yard or two from the end zone, he is going to elevate. And Brian Billick is playing for the win, thinking that if he can get a 2-pointer here, that if he scores another, he's not going to be satisfied with trying to go to overtime if he would get 2 scores.
Doesn't like the weather. The fade. Oh, incomplete. Kadri Ismail was the intended receiver in the corner of the end zone.
I guess Brian's got a reason for thinking along those lines. Now, if by chance they score, he's going to need the 2-point conversion just to get to overtime. That's a
unusual call.
That wouldn't have crossed my mind, but I'm not a head coach in the NFL.
Nice play by Tyrone Williams to knock it away from Ismail, who thought he was pushed. As that's not snow, folks, but it is fairly good-sized hail.
It can't be all that easy to look back at the ball with hail hitting you in the face. Don't forget, coming up next, we got a doubleheader. The Miami Dolphins will be in New York to take on the Jets, and the Bronx out in the great Northwest. Stop and think about it. It's tough enough to concentrate on the football without...
You know what would bother me is it hitting my helmet. I mean, I have enough trouble thinking of it.
Hail drops, hail pellets, hitting you in the old noodle.
That was an old Burt Backraft kid.
Yeah, I know. I almost went there, but I didn't want to.
Well, it worked the last time. Same lineup for the onside kick. And this one is picked off by Antonio Freeman. And the good hands team in Green Bay has it inside the 35.
And how's that for finishing off the day for Antonio Freeman? And they appreciate it here at Lambeau.
Now just a matter of running out the clock for the Packers with a 31-23 lead. Another good job by Stover. He gave his team a chance, but I went right to Antonio Freeman, who caps off a 9-catch day with that play. So the rainbow has landed on the Green Bay Packers today, and they'll move to 4-1. The Ravens to 3-2. And when what we thought would be a low-scoring defensive struggle becomes a high-scoring game thanks to the heroics of Brett Favre early and Randall Cunningham. The good news for the Ravens off the bench to show that they've got a very capable backup to Elvis Gerbach. Now the second half of our doubleheader on CBS coming up. Don't wander away. We'll have updates on the scores with Jim and the gang back in New York. And, of course, our usual outstanding primetime lineup beginning at 7 o'clock with 60 Minutes here on CBS. Favre, even though you play hard against him, even the opponents love this guy. He had himself a terrific day today. So the final score, the Green Bay Packers 31, the Baltimore Ravens 23. Stay tuned for Game 2 of our CBS doubleheader. Mike Sherman's team assures themselves at least a share of first place in their division. And Brian Billick swallows a tough loss in Green Bay today. For Dan Deerdorf and Bonnie Bernstein, Dick Enberg, so long from Green Bay.